On this episode, we watched LOSTORAGE INCITED WIXOSS.
And with that, I lay down a face-down trap card. Wait, I shouldn't have told you that.
Get your game on.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Daijo Crew. This is your host, Sigurd, and with me, as always, are my boon companions.
My name is Yami Wa, and I can say I am the greatest Naruto CGG player in this room.
I am the savior at Century's End, Julian, and I refute that.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
Here, I'll prove it right now. I actually saved up for this bit. I brought my deck. Did you?
My deck is in my heart.
Greatest Naruto player.
Okay,
As of
no,
right now.
I challenge you right now because you're in my room. Except I'm going to play with these cards, which I feel, since your name is Yami, you'll be a little bit more familiar with. You want to fight your Naruto against my Blue Eyes?
As Sigurd throws around Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Exactly. Money.
That's not even the same game.
Money. Money. How's Naruto going to fight with his 3-2 against my 3,000?
Okay, I use a puppet deck, so you gotta fight my puppets.
Anyways, for a little bit of TCG history there, guys. If you guys didn't know us and you're listening for the first time, again, I'm Sigurd. I'm your host. We have Wa and Julian. And
Hey, the
honestly,
savior at Century's End, Julian.
Okay, my bad.
And that's
Savior.
Wasama to you.
The man with 7 scars on his
Yami
chest.
Wasam and the Savior at Centuries and Julian. And here's plain old Sigurd. But I would
Basic
say that...
bitch Sigurd.
Wow, dude, you're just gonna come at me like that?
Yeah, with
maybe
my
I have
jizz.
maybe I have hidden potential that you just don't know about yet.
If you can't tell, we're great friends with each other.
Yeah, but what I was trying
I
to
certainly
say
can.
is that we met each other through card games. So this episode is a little bit, I don't know, for at least me, it was a little bit closer to home.
Yeah, I definitely related to all this and stuff. It was rage inciting.
Rage. You didn't lose your rage?
There was no LOSTORAGE.
What about you, Wal? Did you have enough storage?
For the most part, I feel like I forgot some part in the anime, but I'm not sure because I might have played this card game and lost my memory in the process.
I see. So yeah, a little bit about LOSTORAGE INCITED WIXOSS. Okay, look, guys, this title we've been fighting for. How do we pronounce this?
Oh my
we were
God.
used to English titles.
Yeah, it looks like an English word. Incited definitely is, and I've been calling this game Wixosss for like 2 years. So,
Well, you know, Sigurd's been wrong before, just like he was about the whole osmosis or condensation or whatever we were talking about.
I don't know. I'm not gonna give
It's
you the
we
satisfaction.
cross. Do you not know that X in Japan stands for cross?
You know, I just thought we're on the Switch now. So why are we going back to Wii Fit and Wii Cross?
I'm sure there's a cross button on the Switch.
A D-pad?
No, a cross button.
A cross
Cross
button?
plus
I don't even call it cross.
X,
I call
whatever.
it X, but it's called cross.
Oh, interesting.
Yes,
Alright.
them crazy Japanese with their crazy English.
Yeah, the
On
crazy symbols, the
crazy
cross
taxi.
sign.
Well, I mean, you do love their English.
Oh, I love it so much. Japan never stop.
Keep learning English.
Keep trying English. Don't learn it.
Don't learn it. Just go with it. But yeah. Let's just for the purpose of sanity, I'm just gonna call it LOSTORAGE and Wixosss. For this is Sigurd. You could totally just call me out on my lack
But
of
rail him
ability.
hard.
Yeah, go ahead. Come into me.
I mean,
I
they
welcome
say
you.
we cross in the anime like many,
Come
many
right
times.
at him.
I have no idea that they said it at least even once.
Oh, what's that game you're playing? We cross.
I thought they were just really bad at saying Wixosss.
This guy.
Bad at saying the old anime title.
Look who's bad at English.
Damn, that is the hottest flame.
I'm feeling
Are you
particularly
okay, Will?
spicy today.
So, what do we do on this podcast, guys?
Oh.
Do we just burn each other and talk about card games?
Like
Basically.
for a good 30 minutes, I say.
No, we find anime that people tended to think weren't as fire as my shots, and we watch it and review it.
That's right. We're a bad anime podcast, and
Banime.
bad anime. I like that. Anime that maybe should have been. No, I'm not going to say that because
Banned?
we
Yeah,
might.
anime should be banned. You heard it here. I am a proponent of Proposition 73. Ban anime.
I'm pretty sure 73 was the weed one.
How do your constituents find your ability to want to ban anime?
Well, what do you think?
I am undecided until I get more.
My constituents are undecided.
Oh, okay. You know what that means, well. You live in Julian's world.
Oh man.
Who doesn't?
All right. I don't. You didn't ask me. I wasn't one of your constituents. So, anyways.
That's because you're only 3/5 of a person.
Wow. Wow. You're bringing that back, huh?
Let's
Bringing
you know
what
what?
back?
Let's move on to the next part of this podcast.
You know, we always
before-
try to talk about like not bring in politics, but we somehow work it in somehow. It's
Yeah,
always
well,
weird.
Politics.
You know,
There's
it's
no politics there.
It's trying times
This is
from where
good
we're from
Christian humor.
right now. This is anything but Christian humor. So we should.
What? Like two of us are Christians and we find this. Three of us are Christians and we find this funny.
Anyways,
I'm Catholic. Somewhat different.
No, it's
love-
not.
I love how much information you love revealing about you guys selves all the time. So
I'm revealing
Eh,
information
eh,
about you
let's-
too.
Let's move on, guys. Let's move on to the next part of this podcast. All right, in which we actually tell people so that they don't have to suffer through watching all of an anime that wasn't so savory.
Savory.
Not only this, you could probably skip 2 seasons worth, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But what do we call the segment, guys? What's next on the docket?
No, what do we call it? So you tell me, because I don't know. I forgot. My low storage brain is just not storing what we did whenever we did it. What are we here for?
We're here to tell you what happened.
What
happened?
happened? What happened?
Please
So-
tell me.
Our anime starts off with main character and who we assume will be an important character as two little girls playing in a playground, trying to, I don't know, do some gymnastics or something like that.
Kids being kids.
Kids being kids in the playground. We
Kids
find-
just doing kid things.
Yeah.
kids wanting to be kids. And
Never grow up.
never. I want to jump on the meme, but I'm just trying to get forward. So yeah, they're two kids playing together, and they seem like great friends. Just gonna name them right off the bat now because they are two pretty important characters to this anime. We have one girl. Her name is Homura Suzuko.
Suzuko Homura. This is America. We say first name first.
Okay, Suzuko Homura, known as Suzu, and her friend Chintasu Morikawa.
Wow, Chinatsu.
Chinatsu.
Chinatsu
I'm
Morikawa.
like, wait, who are we talking about now?
It's a hard name to say.
Chinja.
Chincha? Okay. So, anyways,
Korean word of the day.
These two girls are, palling around and give each other a little charm that looks a little bit homemade of a red-headed girl and a blonde girl when neither of them really have the same hair color. Well, Suzu has red hair, but Chinatsu?
No, hers is like a brownish beige.
Yeah, it's like brownish
Yeah.
beige. Yeah, I don't know who they were supposed to be of, but they just made two little
I
like.
don't think she made them. I think she just got them somewhere.
No,
No,
she's-
she
I think
said she goes, "I
made 'em.
made these at home."
Oh, huh.
I want you to have them.
Yeah, and
Wow.
so she gave.
It's amazing that a little girl could craft such high quality thing that lasts several years like
I
that.
know it lasted a lot of
It's
years.
crazy, especially after someone stepped on it.
We'll get to that in a second. So yeah,
It'll take more than a second.
they decide to use this as basically like a friendship bracelet and name them Meru and Riru. And then as they hold hands and walk off to the sunset, they said, "We can do anything together. We're gonna
Best
be
friends
together
forever."
Yeah, best friends forever." And just like always,
Typical Japanese cliche.
one girl has to move away.
Bye.
Which girl was that?
Suzu.
Aw.
So Suzu has time skip, and she's traveling back into the.
The way you made it sound like she had powers like time skipping.
If only, because that would make this anime a bit more interesting. But no, we just have the general time skip, and we see Suzu in a car with her father driving back to what seems to be the same city, because we see the playground that was in the previous flashback. Basically, Suzu's traveling back and transfers into a classroom, and they say it's for family reasons or so. But she's excited because since she had moved away from her best friend, she lost contact with Chinatsu. And so she was just hoping that she'd be able to see her friend again. I don't know. Have you guys ever like switched classrooms or whatever? Have you ever had this experience? I know it's a Japanese cliche, but I mean, like, have you guys?
Kind of, but not really.
No? I mean, I haven't.
I've been in the same like track and same town for the longest time.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
must be.
kind of.
So, a lot of the kids, and this is what I noticed, they like, while she's introducing herself, nobody seems interested in her automatically.
Everybody's too thinking about their decks.
yeah.
You know?
And she kind of goes through her first day a little bit of a loner. She's eating food by herself. And then this is when the anime starts doing its job of selling the card game because everyone's playing Wixosss.
So realistic, some of the hot girls were playing too.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, the hot girls in the classroom were playing Wixosss.
Yeah, I found that the only girls I see play the card game is like the dude girlfriend that he forced her to play or something.
Really? No, like there was a group of 3 girls.
no,
No,
no.
Well, means in real life.
Like, in real life,
In real life,
yeah.
yeah, no, you see that at the card shop all the
This
time.
is my hobby. It's your hobby now, too.
Yeah, this is our hobby.
Yes, babe.
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll sit in this room and eat a Snickers bar and shuffle these cards like I know what I'm doing. So,
Babe, what do I
Hey,
do with
shuffling
these
cards
hands?
feels so good.
yeah, I mean,
Especially with, Ultra Pro sleeves. Just kidding. No, Ultra
no,
Pro
Ultra
sucks.
Pro sucks.
What you want is player's choice.
That's an
Or
anti-sponsorship.
Yeah, Ultra Pro, don't listen to this. Actually, listen to it and know that you suck.
Yeah, make good card sleeves, please.
Anyways, so
I'm grateful you pack 80 sleeves into a pack because I'm going to go through a bunch of them the first day.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, anyways, so Suzu ends up going back home, and this is when we see that her typical life happens to be very lonely. She cooked a dinner, called her father up, and Dad says, you know what, I can't make it back home in time for dinner. She writes a little note, and Saran wraps it, and no one had dinner that night.
She ate, I think.
Did she?
Yeah.
I hope she ate because
I mean, she only wrapped up one portion. I hope she didn't throw the other one in the trash.
I mean, like, if you're upset enough, you might lose your appetite.
But she's used to it.
Because she's Nanako.
Yeah, Daddy Dojuma's off drinking.
Exactly. Anyways, so moving on.
Let's just hit up some bars. I don't know your first name. I don't think her dad was ever introduced for reals.
Yeah, no, I don't think he had a name.
No, Mr.
Yeah.
Homura.
Mr. Homura. Yeah.
Homura-san.
So next day, Suzu's like, okay, well, these girls kind of talk trash about me and my little key charm, Meru, or Riru, from my childhood, and I need to make some friends. I saw them playing this card game. I think I'll buy some cards. That's like the worst decision of her life, and I think this is a good deterrent of why girls don't want to play card games. Because as soon as she goes to the store, buys a booster pack, like a starter deck.
she bought a starter pack or a starter kit.
Yeah, and so she goes home, like opens it up, and like, okay, that's kind of neat. They got some pictures and some pretty cards, and here's the instruction manual. Nope, here comes an acid trip because you're being taken to a new world where some ghostly white lady's looking at you, and she goes, "I am going to read you and take your memories."
Yeah,
Oh,
you have
okay.
been chosen as a selector.
Yeah, you were the selector, but I mean, she's being selected. So, what's going on here? Anyways, she like stares in the eyes of the starting. I think she calls herself the LRIG, right? The Elrig.
Elrig,
Ludig?
something like.
Ludig. I'm gonna say Elrigs.
Hey,
I call it Elrigs, but I think
you
people
know
are gonna
what,
call it out on it.
Never mind. Continue on. I'm sorry.
What?
I'll save this for later.
Okay. And so from her memories, her most prominent ones happen to be of Chinatsu, and the ghostly white lady becomes a fiery red-headed with a blue streak, kind of looking like Chinatsu, knight-looking girl. I mean, to me, it kind of looked like Ryoko from what's your favorite anime?
Kill la
again?
Kill?
Yeah, Kill la Kill.
Ryoko is from Tenchi Muyo.
Ryuko-chan.
Ryuko
Yeah,
is
Ryuko. From Kill la Kill.
Kiru.
And I think she looked like that. So, I mean, a little bit, right? Yeah.
You know, no one's as good as my girl.
And so she asks to be named, and Suzu reaching deep into her depths, decide to name her after her key charm, and she's Riru. From there, she gets explained the rules. So as a selected person, or now a selector, she's entered into this somewhat of a tournament in which they have 5 coins.
It's more of a round robin, I'd say.
Yeah, a little bit of a round robin.
There was no
I guess a
ladder.
round
or
robin
anything.
is-
There wasn't a letter. You guys
It's not single elimination.
Well, actually, I guess it's more like the Battle City tournament.
I think it's
where
more King of the Hill.
I guess so too.
I don't know. I thought of them like starships. So
A little bit.
Wow.
Like
starships.
I just
and
made
you're out.
that connection.
Yeah. So, basically, these 5 coins contain the memories that your Elrig decided to take from you. If you lose a battle, your coins turn to black and are basically useless. If you win battles, your coins become golden and are kind of activated. And the goal is to defeat enough people to make 5 coins gold so you can gain an ultimate wish that has to deal with your memories. You can alter, erase, gain, or create a memory. All things you can do regularly without coins.
that's what I thought. Like
Well,
the
no,
pay,
you
the payout.
can't forget some stuff.
Yeah, it's hard
But
to
the payout?
forget.
Like the payout seems pretty
lame.
bad.
Yeah, exactly.
The house always wins, baby.
Especially like it wasn't. She chose to be a selector. She just bought a random starter pack,
Yeah.
and then they said, "Hey, you're in this thing now."
You're just in
That's
this
like
now.
us going to like a card shop, buying like a Yugi starter deck or a Kaiba starter deck, and then all of a sudden like they're like, "Oh, you're green dragon to the shadow realm. If you lose your soul." And you're like, "What? Why? Like, why is this happening to me? I just want to play a game."
You bought the starter deck. It's your
Yeah, I
fault.
mean, you kind of know what the show is about. That was your
You said,
fault.
I'm getting involved in this game.
But it's not fair because like those other girls didn't get dragged into the games.
Life
Oh,
is
those other
unfair,
girls
Juan.
are also prettier than you are, Wa.
Life is going to be hard for you. Juan. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's very hard.
So
It already started.
I didn't need this Elrig to make my heart lighter or my life harder.
yeah. All right. So basically, with all of this happening, Suzu has to then decide how she wants to handle the situation because she still doesn't know how to play this game.
She does not.
She hardly got to look into the instruction manual, and so she's like, none of this seems okay. I'm just not going to fight anyone because Riru explains that if she loses all 5 gold coins, she's going to disappear.
How many did she start with, sir?
1.
Oh,
That's the
no.
worst part.
Yeah.
Oh,
1 coin.
no. Well, why can't she just run away? Why can't she just not fight?
Oh, also the other rule. Thank you, Julian. If challenged to a duel, you must accept.
Unless you say no thanks.
No, thank
Unless you
you.
back down.
Unless you
Oh,
walk away.
We'll get to that later. So Suzu the next day, she's like super freaking out. Though she does have her little friend Riru now to like talk to her. These cards girls like live as a deck master, or I don't know if you guys play Card Fight Vanguard, but basically there's a special card that you always start with, and it's your little friend. And anyone that's a selector, their little friends can talk to you, but regular people can't hear them. So
But they can hear you talking.
yeah, they
To
can hear you
nothing.
talking to nothing.
Oh,
So,
God, it's
Normie
that
doesn't
Homura
understand.
again. Let's just keep your eyes down. Don't look at her.
Some of them would just have argument with each other, and they're like, "What is
Yeah,
happening?"
Basically, she's just gonna ostracize herself even further. So, yeah, as she's walking to class, she is going through the game plan. How am I going to avoid all of this? Like, I'm not going to battle anyone. What do you mean, my memories? What is to disappear? So
What does
while
that
that's
mean?
happening, Riru goes, hey, psst, Suzu, there's a selector nearby. And she bumps into this fiery, kind of a jerky dude. We find out his name is Sumida. And this is when she enters her first selector battle because he's like, hey, we're going to fight. Like, this is the part that is
Well,
really
wasn't her
hard for me
time
to
running out,
explain.
so she needed to fight.
Something
couldn't
like
Oh yeah, that
Back
was the
down
other thing.
and
there
like-
was a huge time skip. Basically, they have so many days. If they don't battle, the coins slowly fade to black, and that's the situation that created that she needed to finally fight. Right?
Yep,
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, so they can't run away. They have to like fight, or else it will eventually run out.
Yeah, and then you could disappear. So
Whatever that means.
yeah,
Because no one seemed to have understood the concept.
not at all. And so Suzu goes into this battle. The world stops around them and fades to gray while they come to some basically Shadow Realm dimension where,
You mean the frozen time?
yeah, it looks like time stopped, but time
Temporal
doesn't
stasis.
stop. They're just someplace else. And there's these floating blocks and their playing field in front of them. A giant clock spins and tells them who goes first.
Yeah, who turn it?
It doesn't spin. It ticks once, always left, and then it's done.
So basically, whichever color is to the left of that first tick, you
Yes.
already know who's going first. When they summon their Elrig, there's a little like, I don't know if you guys watched Mega Man NT Warrior.
That's exactly what I thought about while they were like in their little card holders.
Yeah, they're like
oh,
little
they're
net
pets.
navies. Yeah. But they stand in front of them and they can communicate with their trainer. I don't know. It's like Pokemon and net battling all
Their
mixed up into one.
selector.
This anime does no, like, what do you call it? Not justice, but like no pats on the back to figure out how to play this game either, because they just go straight into their terminology. I guess this is a good time to reveal that this is the third season of this overall kind of like anime.
Series, yeah.
Though apparently it is a little bit of a standalone, doesn't truly
Yeah,
harken
just
to
like
the first
season
two
3
seasons.
of Digimon was a standalone.
Yeah, basically it's new Digimon.
Yeah.
Huh.
Or if
Or
you're
new
watching
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, if you're watching Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like going from first like Yami Yugi all the way to now 5Ds, where
Not now 5Ds. There's been like 3 since 5Ds.
I meant like going to 5Ds. But yeah.
Shifting up.
It's
gear.
like, have you ever seen those card game animes where the next season they still explain how to play the game even though you're like committed a whole season in? You're like, why are you showing me this again? I know how to play this game.
Except I needed
Yeah,
that.
those explanations are for people like us.
Yeah,
People who decide to watch season 3 first.
yeah, we're just jumping in. But the thing is not like in this game they're playing cards around the center of their deck leader. And
Why
calling
wouldn't
out
they play cards around Pot of Greed, which allows you to draw 2 cards?
because
does it
drawing's not
do?
everything.
It allows you to draw 2 cards.
What does Pot of Greed do?
It allows you to draw 2 cards from your deck.
But what does it do?
Okay. You know,
It allows you to draw 2 cards from your deck into your hand.
okay, I understand now. So I'll activate Mystical Space Typhoon,
It's too late.
which allows me to destroy your card.
No, I already used it.
No,
which,
but it
which
allows
card?
you to destroy your card.
Which card?
Okay, you're right. It gets destroyed, but I still get to use it.
What? And that's a little lesson in Yu-Gi-Oh, guys.
There was no lesson. Well, I guess there was about Pot of Greed allowing me to draw 2 cards.
Anyways. So yeah, this anime doesn't explain what
I
the
love
cards
memes.
do. They just say things like, I played 2 Signy, now Siegfried and Roy, attack. When those things happen, those are the names of other cards, but this card game doesn't show any other animations besides the little Elrig running over to the other Elrig and socking him in the face.
No, you mean the shoulder.
Oh, the shoulder.
Oh my god, that
was
is
a good one.
that is the first time I've ever seen anyone attack that part of the body.
The shoulder.
It's
See,
not
they
even like
went
the shoulder. It's like
The meaty part of the shoulder.
right before like the oh my
Like
god, what is
the
this
Where
called?
the
bicep,
bicep. Oh, your
yeah.
tricep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Right, and that's where
Right
your
there.
power is. When you punch someone, all power comes from the tricep. So they're just going for the vitals.
That was the
You know,
weirdest.
it's kind of like boxing where you have to kind of work the body and
Yeah.
then you go for the headshot.
Exactly. Do you understand yet, Julian?
no.
No? Okay.
Do we need
Either
to
way.
explain Pot of Greed again?
It might help.
Well, what it does is it
It'll
allows you
help
to-
me draw 2 cards.
Exactly. So, what happens after the explanation of this card game is they start to go into it. Usually, these battles last maybe 5 turns or so of them just shouting the names of cards and shooting laser beams at each other.
Yeah, it seems like it goes really, really quick.
Mm-hmm. The game does not look like it.
It's too bad the anime
takes
didn't go
long.
really quick.
No. So Sumida, knowing that Suzu is a new player, kind of does a bit of a jerkish move that actually some players do in real life. And he starts to pick on her lack of knowledge. He says things like, okay, you placed your card down. Do you end your turn? And in her
No, he
hesitation,
says,
it was just like,
hurry
just-
up and end your turn.
Yeah,
No, he
my-
just straight up said, say turn end. And she's like, turn end. He was like, yeah, my turn.
exactly. So he messes with her and puts her at a very disadvantageous spot. This is almost making her lose, basically. And what we learn is a new mechanic in the game, at least from what I've understood, where they can bet a coin, and basically it's the coin that they're like gambling with. You know, they're memory coins.
Yeah.
Basically, she was like all in.
Yeah, so she goes coin bet. What coin bet allows their players to do is basically cheat or use some kind of outside force of their ability. And Suzu's ability is called honesty.
Honesuto.
Yeah, honest. She could just ask a question to a player and they have to respond honestly, though they don't know that they're doing that, right?
No, they know. They
Well,
realized it, like, if it comes out of their mouth.
And
They just can't help it.
Their L rigs are usually like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
And
Why
so
would you tell them that?
And so she asks him a question. It's kind of irrelevant, but basically she gets finally the right information out of his mouth on how to play this game. Socks him in the face with a full attack, and he lost a coin. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. He's down to 1.
Yeah, so he's
No,
down
I
to
think,
1.
no, he had 3. Then he was down to 2, I think.
He's down to 0. Oh,
no, not yet.
Oh, no.
No.
Sumida-san.
So
My favorite character.
Suzu gains her
Scumbag.
second coin, makes it to school, and now she's become so afraid of this card game that she decides to not play with anyone. Those cool girls that we were talking about earlier, they actually like, hey, you got some cards. Do you want to play? And she's like,
Yeah, she was like, no, like, please don't play me.
yeah, nope, I'm out of here. I'm going upstairs.
I think even her elder was like, no, they weren't selected. You could have did practice with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you
could
running
learn how
away?
to play the game. But she's like, hell no, get me out of here. I'm never playing this card game again. And she runs away from them. This catches the attention of kind of another main character. Her name is Mikage Hana, but she doesn't quite reveal that yet. She's a little lolly girl with glasses and like
That's a
Her
lolly
sweater
girl?
doesn't fit her.
a giant sweater that doesn't fit. Well, she's tiny, Julian.
No, dude. Someone manufactured that sweater for a reason. Oh, no.
I mean, she plays.
No one's arms are that long and their body would fit that sweater.
No, exactly. So like,
It's
Well, if
not
anything,
meant.
she probably stretched out the sleeve for whatever reason.
she's being a rebel, and so
Kinda.
Riru, trying to console Suzu, saying like it's gonna be okay, we got each other. Basically the same things that Chinatsu had told her when they were little.
Yeah, because Liru was a manifestation of Chinatsu or something.
Yeah, the memories of Chinatsu.
Yeah,
And
that's
so-
what gives her her power,
Mm-hmm.
her ai no chikara.
There's the wee word of the day. What?
We words ai love,
Uh-huh.
and no is like possessive. It's like
No.
apostrophe s,
Uh-huh.
and there's chikara, which is power.
Oh,
Power of love.
power of love. Okay, there you
Ai
go.
no chikara.
Ai no chikara. Wee word of the day. So, yeah, with the power of the love between the two of them, they should be able to overcome this. But Suzu's like, no, I don't know how to play this card game. Mikage comes upstairs and is like, hey, you're a selector, aren't you? And her Elrig, named Anonymous, shout out to the meme lords, I guess, is what they were doing with that. But she's like, yeah, and do you want to battle? And then Suzu shows that one of the rules just does not apply. She's like, nope, I'm not battling anyone ever. Don't battle
and
me.
she just walks
You must
away.
battle. No.
No, I'm gone. So Ryuru's-
Backing down is not running away.
I guess so. Yeah,
It takes a real master tactician to know what battles to fight.
and she knew that this girl was gonna wreck her,
She saw this was a triple S class opponent. And she said, nah.
and she
Nah.
backs out. She's just not playing against you. We fast forward into the next life, and like I thought this whole anime would be like a searching for Chinatsu. But episode 2 starts off with Chinatsu.
Yep, we find her right away.
Yeah. Chinatsu is working at McDonald's.
That never made me want a Big Mac more than anything except that one video of that dude getting that Big Mac slapped out of his hand.
What?
Yeah,
I
you're gonna have to
really
explain
wanted
that.
McDonald's.
Right now?
As soon as I saw that, now that you've said McDonald's,
There was a dude that got a Big Mac slapped out of his hand in the anime?
No, not in the
No.
anime. No.
Oh,
no, I'm
okay.
talking
I
about
think
some
you
of
saw
the-
you saw a commercial or something.
No. I think it might have been a Vine or something. I don't know.
Alright.
It's on the internet. I'll show it to you later. But
So yeah, Chinatsu is working a part-time job. She belongs to a prep school, and she does remember Suzu. It looks like she moved, and because of the moving, she wasn't able to keep in contact with her friend.
it's really weird because Suzu kept sending her letters.
Yeah, but
you
they
know?
got returned addressed.
Yeah, well, before that, I'm sure she got some of them, right?
Yeah, they responded for a little while.
Hey, I'm moving. Don't send letters here anymore.
She's a little girl, man. Little girls don't know that.
Yeah, I guess
Letters
Suzu
don't
didn't.
follow them?
I guess Suzu didn't understand that, after you get the first letter back that says person does not live here anymore, you should stop sending letters.
Yeah, because she has like 3 more of those.
She has a lot.
Yeah, just throwing this out there.
Hey,
but
sometimes you can't trust the post office. Sometimes they screw up.
I'm just saying that they have cell phones. Why weren't they just texting each other?
Probably not back then when they were kids. I don't know.
I don't know.
Dude,
Anyways.
it is 2017.
But in LOSTORAGE, we don't know what year it is.
Well, I'm sure it's now.
Now, okay. So,
I mean, if you look at the Japanese school uniforms, you can generally tell what era people are living in. Yeah,
I saw a plethora of different school uniforms, though, in the anime.
Yeah, but still, they have a certain design to them. Like, if you're older, like 90s, 80s kind of stuff, you're wearing the sailor fuku and the boys have the gakuran,
Mm-hmm.
But here, the boys would be dressing in, like, their little jackety things.
What are those
it's
called?
Current gen. I don't know.
Blazers?
Sure, why not? I don't know.
I always thought it depends on the school district. Like some would require blazers and some would require the other ones.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
Perhaps.
possible.
But
I felt
most
like
of the
I
time-
felt like I seen that in anime. Where like, oh, I joined this school because the uniform was cute, and they're like, okay,
it's
but
like the
if you
shallowest
see- if you
regions.
see
wanna
that-
join
yeah,
the school.
exactly.
It's like whatchamacallit. It's if you see someone in like a gakuran, their school uniform's outdated.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, Chinatsu's going to a prep school. What's up?
No, I just remembered more uniform stuff. But let's not dilly dally on that.
You don't want to do the uniform podcast?
Oh, I kind of do.
Julian's tailored Tuesdays?
We could if we do like a kill day, we'll probably do that.
Oh, this is another episode right now. Tune in on tailoring with Julian. Tune in with tailoring with Julian.
Don't. I'm not a botanist.
So, besides the Gakuren, what's going on with it?
no, I was just remembering in Parasite, the old manga, they had gakurans, but in the new anime, they used the newer uniform style. Yeah.
So
That was all. That was all there was to that.
And that
I
was
told you to leave this alone.
That was another.
and you kept
no,
coming back to it.
Oh, hold on, I got you. And that was another episode of tailoring on Tuesdays with Julian.
What day is today?
It's not Tuesday, so
Good. Otherwise, I missed out on work.
yeah.
I did too. I'm not supposed to be here.
So, at this prep school, Chinatsu is doing her best to try to support her class status, being on top. She's working a job at McDonald's almost full time. And we find out that her father's doing decent at his job as they live in an apartment now. Chinatsu also seems to already be a selector. Right?
No,
No? What happened?
no. Her dad got her card game because, she was I don't know. I guess he just wanted to have fun or something. She was living such a rough life with all the schoolwork and all the work and all the. Your dad and mom are way ugly, and there's no way you could have been conceived by them.
Yeah, I know, right?
My goodness.
What kind of parent gives their kids, let's be honest, card games are a gateway drug, to cardboard crack.
Hey,
It's
if
also
you're a parent who's not involved with it, you don't know what you're giving them.
It's like, here, just
It's like, hey, this is fun and has bright colors. They'll like it.
come play with this money sink.
Yeah, the
that
parents
job
don't
at
know that.
McDonald's and the money we don't have, yeah, go use that.
Yeah, just let loose a little,
Yeah. But she does become a selector as well with her little blonde Elrig, and she names hers Meru.
She's blonde or green haired?
I call her blonde.
Was the little
I think the hint, because she has a green outfit, I think when we see green and yellow together, our eyes just automatically push that greenish tint into the yellow.
I guess.
thought
I
that
always
the,
thought it was green.
The little phone charm or the little charm kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it had green hair, but I don't remember.
It's yellow. Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyways,
Either
Maybe
way.
Sigurd's colorblind. Who knows?
hey guys,
Write in to us at daijocrew@gmail.com.
actually tweet at us pictures of yellow-green blind testing thing, and I'll let you guys know what color I see. So, yeah,
Yes, I
I could be yellow-green colorblind.
You
Yeah.
could be.
So,
Tell me, how many horses do you see in this block?
I see a cow.
You're blind.
Oh no.
You have a different kind of blindness.
You're looking at a completely different picture now.
Oh my bad. So where's this picture?
No.
No, fine. Anyway, so she becomes an Elrig and she learns the rules of the game as well.
No, she doesn't become an Elrig.
Oh well, yeah.
She'll
I mean, she
selector.
becomes a selector.
Yeah,
Part of my
there we go.
terminology. But she kind of knows how to play this card game already, like because she's like better.
She's smart, I guess.
Yeah.
Like she actually decided to read the rules.
No, her dad didn't buy it for her. She went and bought it herself.
No, that was Suzu.
No, because remember the girl saw her at the card shop?
Yeah,
Well, no, they saw her
that's
at the
what
card
she
shop
already.
because
That wasn't her buying it originally. She
I
was
think-
buying singles then.
no, I think she was buying strategy guides too.
Yeah, she was looking at strategy guides and buying singles. That's why I think she was already a selector.
All right, I think. Man, low storage for real.
Yeah. So basically, we're gonna just say that she already was a selector, and she runs into basically like this is when we really learn about Chinatsu. You know, like we find out that her grades are starting to suffer because of the fact that she's working this full-time job. Her dad is not financially like stable to send her to this prep school that she's been preparing for so long.
So that's why she had to work.
Yeah. And so it's like Fat Bastard, you know.
it's a
She's
real-
sad because she can't have money, and she can't have money because her dad's
It was a real
poor.
catch-22. Like her
That
grade
is
was something.
definitely not a cycle. That is a straight line.
It's the chain of yelling from Barney Stinson. But
That is also a cycle. What you described is a straight line.
wait, the chain of yelling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did
It's a
turn out to be a
circle. It
circle
links
in the
right
end. But
Her
yeah.
dad can't make money not because of her being bad at school, but because he's an idiot.
Well, debatable.
It must be the Morikawa genes.
It must be the Morikawa gene. But basically, she becomes emo because of it. This is when I also find out that Morikawa, much like real card gamers, is a net decker.
Yeah.
Because she goes onto the computers like, how do I make my deck stronger? Because she loses one of her matches to some like blue-haired girl. Well, no, her Elrig was blue-haired, but she had a blue uniform. A uniform that looked like it was from the 90s.
More like from the 80s.
What would you call that uniform? Hold on. Here's another episode of Tailoring.
Oh, man,
Tune
you guys
with
are in for a
Julian.
treat.
Wait, what do you mean what do I call that episode? Old school? Like a Seira Fuku?
It wasn't Sailor Fuku though, was it?
Yeah, it was. It was like one of the old ones, like
It was,
what
like,
a delinquent
super
girl
long.
would wear. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
That's
Yeah.
Sailor Fuku?
That's still Seira Fuku. It's just a long skirt.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. So Sailor Fuku is just regarding the top part of the uniform.
No, it's the entire thing. You know, there's just different styles of it.
Oh, okay.
Like Ryuko's has a shorter one.
I don't think you can mix and match uniform, can you? Then it wouldn't be a uniform.
That's what I thought.
Well, no, everyone has their own kinds of uniforms. But like, yeah, that's why the delinquent girls wear long skirts, because you're not supposed to have long skirts, but you know, F the man.
Okay. There we go. And that was another episode of Tune In Tailoring.
Tell me if I'm super wrong.
Email us, please. We
Let
need
it-
emails.
Or just tweet at Julian saying like, dude, you're super
Please
wrong."
don't tweet at me. I don't know Twitter.
You just tweet us at the Daisho Crew.
Yeah, do that, and then I'll get word from these two.
Yeah, so from there, Chinatsu is kind of like I said, she's going kind of depressed. She's finishing with her McDonald's shift, and the selector, her name is Kiragi, comes up to her all happy-go-lucky. She's like, hey, you're a selector, right? I'm looking at you, Joel. You play Chinatsu. Hey, you're a selector, right?
Yes.
You want to battle right after your shift at work?
Okay.
For battle to the death, some people are happy about it.
I know, right? Like, she's like, totally carefree at the fact that she's taking people's memories. And
you know
so,
who's kind of dumb? Teenage girls.
That's
wow.
true.
And teenage boys.
They're dumb in a different way.
God.
But yeah, like, hey, if you lose this battle, you're going to disappear. Oh, yeah? Oh, okay.
Cool, I never wanted to be me anyways. Crawling in my skin.
You only have one coin now, you're going to disappear.
But yeah,
I'm going to disappear. What does that mean?
I think it's
Wounds they will not heal.
I think it's more. Yeah. I lose. I disappear if I lose, but if I win, I get to make a wish, right? like okay, yeah, whatever.
Terrible wish.
Yeah,
to be a magical girl, right?
No. You don't get... No.
No.
You get to change your memories. You
You
get
can
to...
remember that you are a magical girl and make your dreams a reality.
You can remember all your exploits with all the other Sailor Scouts.
Yeah. Anyways, so Kiragi challenges Chinatsu to this duel and they go to a dark alley to battle. Here, Chinatsu fails once more, loses
Miserably.
Yeah, to Kiragi, and she's like, "Hey, don't sweat it. You only got one coin now, but you'll probably win the next one." Teehee.
Teehee.
And dances out of the alleyway, leaving Chinatsu by herself.
TTYL lol.
Yeah.
No more middle school stuff.
Yeah. They're high schoolers though.
No, I'm pretty sure they're middle schoolers.
Oh my god. This is a lot to handle for middle school. No. Because she did well in middle school so that she could go to a good high school.
Did she
Because
go to
she
a good
was
high school?
former classmates with someone we'll talk about a little bit later while they were in middle school.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
maybe
sure,
that
you're
was
right.
it.
So, anyways, again becoming more depressed and Meru trying to emulate Suzu is like, "It's all right. We're together." And she's like, "Don't you freaking ever tell me that my name is Chi-chan, and don't tell me we're together. I
never
hate
talk
you."
to me
Yeah.
or my son again.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me on my Elwig ever again.
Again. And she starts like really losing a grip on reality.
Oh.
Yeah. This is when a little girl named Rio decides to challenge Chinatsu to a battle. And I think in most card games, if you play a little kid, that's usually a free win, right?
In the real
Normally-
world?
In the real world.
Yeah.
Oh man, I went to a tournament. I played this little kid. He had like 100 card like deck.
Oh no.
And like he just started doing his thing, and then like his dad was next to him, and he was just like, "Did let him do his thing. I'll let you get the win." I'm like, "Okay, sure, whatever, sir."
Let him learn his lesson. Let him learn about probability.
You're gonna learn today. You're gonna learn today.
Well, from what it sounds like, that kid didn't learn anything the day you played with him.
Because he beat you, right? But the dad wrote it in as a loss for his son. Well, that's messed up. Can you imagine? Just let my kid be delusioned that he's good at this game.
You can't let people be delusional. It causes
Delusion.
problems for everyone else.
This is where entitlement comes from.
Yeah, these damn millennials.
God.
Well, if it makes anything, he lost by DQ because like he was doing some illegal move.
So he was not only using a 100-card deck where his dad was going to already make him lose, but the kid felt like compelled to cheat.
It was like Kaiba level cheating.
Oh my
I
god.
summoned 3 blue eyes
He
in one
just
turn.
he didn't understand the game mechanics. No one taught him. His dad didn't have time for that. He just said, "I'll bring him here and pay money to lose."
God, that's
But yeah, normally it's a free win.
Yeah,
So-
you know. There are
so,
other
yeah.
kinds of people you can look out for free wins too, like people who use different colored sleeves for.
that's a
Their
good
deck.
DQ too. Yeah.
Yeah, I use red, white, and blue because it's like the American flag.
No, you're marking your cards. I'm not
I
stupid.
actually think that dude really did just use red,
do
white,
it for
and blue.
America.
Yeah.
Was he playing against you, Julian?
I don't think it wasn't a tournament. He was just playing.
Oh.
And I was just watching. I
It was
like,
on station tournament, so
hey
it's
man,
fine.
you can't be having different card sleeves like that.
So he was winning, and that's when you decided to
no.
let him know,
He
hey.
was like shuffling his deck,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, dude, you can't do that in a tournament. And it's like, no, it's the American flag. I'm like, you do you, buddy.
Could you imagine if that was the rule to the laws of anything? Hey, whoa. I know I'm robbing this place, but I have a red shirt, white pants, and a blue bandana. This is America.
This
I
is,
got this.
This is liberty, baby.
This is liberty at its finest.
This man committed serial murders in the in the California state. Oh, but he was wearing an American flag, so we had to let him go.
That's what someone points out. That's the colors of Russia.
Whoa, it's just red for Russia.
No, that's the USSR.
They changed their flag, you know.
God, what does Russia's flag look like?
I think it's
It's
just
red,
a-
white, and blue, but it's in different orientation.
Is it the French flag?
Illuminati.
A little bit different.
God, everyone's flags suck.
Illuminati.
There's like 3 good flags out there.
So yeah, Rio starts to she's sandbagging a little bit. She's like, "Oh God, I suck at this game." But lo and behold, I actually laid a bunch of bomb traps. What that means in this card game, I can't tell you because they don't explain that. But there's apparently trap cards in this game.
The mechanics are lost on us. All I know is like, it's time for an all-out attack.
Sure.
Or, hey, it's time to cheat.
Yeah, basically. And it was,
I know what their cheat powers do.
was-
They explain those
they
wonderfully.
did. And
I'm
it,
gonna blind my opponent.
and it was time to cheat for Chinatsu because Meru's like, hey, we're getting wrecked by this little girl because she's using her cheating power. It's time for us to use it or else you're going to lose everything.
What was the little girl's cheating power?
Cheat.
She made more bombs or something like that.
Or was it just cheat? She made traps?
Yeah, she can make traps or she can hide stuff, basically.
Basically, I think it's like laying face down cards underneath other cards, and that's really the card or something. Either way, she's laying traps. Instead,
She's playing just like a little kid would.
yeah. And so, like, little Home Alone kid just laying traps everywhere. But, yeah, Chinatsu decides that, for the sake of her own memories, she is going to use her coin card finally. And
For
we
the
find
sake
out,
of not disappearing.
and her ability is called Berserk, which just forces her opponents to attack no matter what.
Attack him again!
Oh, Monster Cardo.
Again. Again.
Yugi Yamate.
So, but with Chinatsu, it looks like she has fake mirror force. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but basically, anytime her opponents are attacking, she's activating her card, End of Heart or something like that. I think that I kept hearing that word.
That is correct. Yes.
End of Heart, and it
I'm
looks
not gonna
like
say it's wrong.
when they attack her, their Elrig is getting hurt instead. So it looks like it's a reflecting thing. Either way, that's her power. Make people attack. And she feels good for winning. This is when she starts to
I
realize.
beat this little kid.
Yeah, she beat this little kid, and the little girl's crying. She's like, "Oh, I can't believe I cried. I mean, I lost."
I have exerted my power over you.
And Chinatsu
Your mama is no more.
Oh, damn.
Mama was Ryo-chan's Elrig's name.
Yeah.
Ryugu.
And Chinatsu, when she walks away, tells her, "Take the L, hold it in your chest." But
Remember this feeling.
we get a flash forward. But it's like a screen wipe. Basically, we're gonna start following Suzu in this episode. Mikage and her start to realize that Suzu doesn't need to battle Mikage because Mikage says, "If you don't want to battle, we won't battle. I'm not gonna force you to, but you should learn how to play this game because you suck." From there, Suzu still is adamant about trying to find her friend. Yeah, so they didn't want to fight each other, and instead they kind of go to a card shop to try to learn a little bit more of the basics and power up Suzu's deck. There they run into this I don't know, I'm gonna call him the handsome one in this thing, but his name is
He should have been the main pro tag.
I think he would have been a better main pro tag for sure.
Wait, didn't they run into
Into
Blondie?
Blondie?
Was it Blondie?
Who's Blondie?
Siscon?
Siscon.
Yeah, that's right after.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Riru says that, "Hey, there's a selector here," and then she bumps into Shihai, and Shihai's like, "You're a selector, aren't you?" And she's like, "Yeah," and he goes, "I don't like fighting people," and she's like, "Oh, okay, cool. Neither do I." And so he "Yeah, I'm not gonna fight you," and then walks away. However, there's another dude in the corner, and Riru is like, "That's the guy that you need to fight." Because you need to learn how to get better. Yeah, and that's something right there. She needs to learn how to play the card game, and she goes to a card shop, but she doesn't challenge the not selectors. She goes straight for more selectors.
It's a really dumb strategy and very bold.
Yeah, let's see how that works out, guys.
Yeah.
So she goes to this blonde dude and she says like, "Hey, you're a selector, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." "Oh, do you want to battle?" And so he seems happy-go-lucky. And they start to battle.
Okay, they're all way too happy to play this death game.
But it takes a turn for the worst real quick.
Yeah.
So this blonde guy, his name is Sho Narumi. His Elrig is named Aya, and he calls Aya. Well, how do you say little sister? No, she gets Aya to call him Oni-chan, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Aya is actually the name of his little sister, and he named his Elrig after his little sister. As he's like starting to stomp on her,
He realizes I want to bang my sister.
God, no. Well, he loves
that's not
his
what
little sister,
happens?
but no,
So tell me what
that's not
happens
what
then, 'cause I'm
happened.
pretty. That's all I got from this.
The Aya does call him a giant siscon because the thing is that Sho doesn't like seeing how sad Suzu is that she's getting it pushed in. Like, she's losing so bad. And
She's
like,
so bad at the game. He was like, "Oh no, I'm doing this to her."
and he's like, "Oh my God, she's crying. I'm making her cry." Yeah, you're playing a card game with your memories on the line. When he decides to cheat, this one made me kind of laugh. So he uses his cheat card, his coin bet, and his thing is called hologram. And Aya just does shadow clone jutsu, and it's basically magical hats. From
Basically,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. Suzu decides to fight back because Narumi, due to the fact that he's having a trauma of saying that, oh God, Aya tells Suzu, every time he fights girls and they become sad, he thinks of his sister. Oh my God. And so she starts turning like really mean to him.
Which I kind of found funny. She was
You
just
did?
like,
I thought it was terrifying.
she was like, "Oh my God, to play the game. Like, why do you keep thinking about your sister every time you play a game?"
Why do you keep on picking fights with girls?
Yeah. You always lose because of this. And so like Suzu like tries to figure out, she attacks one hologram, shadow clone, and it blows up and they're like, haha,
You missed me.
you missed me. And then she attacks again and hits Riru. And then Riru's like, Suzu, we're gonna lose. And so she cheats and she uses her coin bet and asks him, hey, which one's the real one?
And he was like, "The middle one, of course."
And right before Aya goes, like he'd tell you, he's not that stupid.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
middle
yeah.
one.
And
Yeah,
then-
that one right there.
And then full attack again. I think that's the magical word, but full attack happens. Aya goes down. Narumi is crumpled because he's thinking of his sister some more. Gets called a siscon by Aya. And
Who, despite acting all cute, is actually kind of a
terrifying monster.
yes.
Calling out on all of his.
Yeah, and so
You
Suzu
sick siscon freak.
and Mikage, now that Suzu has won another battle, Suzu and Mikage start to go a little bit deeper into the mystery of what is actually happening with Wixos, because Mikage herself wants to know why these things exist. She's actually an article writer for like the regular card game, so she's like pretty good. By her internet searching and the fact that she's winning, she finds a rumor about someone called the bookmaker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bookmaker.
And so they decide
He makes books.
he does make books.
He writes books.
I feel
Are
like
you going anywhere with
yeah,
that?
I feel like bookmaker are
No,
called writers.
just, helping everyone understand that Pot of Greed helps me to draw 2 cards.
Thank you. That's what Mikage does in the articles.
Yeah.
So from there, like, this anime gets dragged out a lot with a few plot points. Those plot points being that Chinatsu does not want to.
Sasuke?
Yeah, she's Sasuke. She's
Shinatsu is
emoing.
Sasuke.
Chinatsu is Sasuke.
Orochimaru, the bookkeeper.
So this is our third iteration of Orochimaru.
Yes.
Yes, very.
All right. So
I would say even more evil than Orochimaru.
yeah, he was kind of a jerk.
Whoa,
So-
what do you mean? Well, who is this bookmaker guy?
Oh, well, but we actually find out after following a bunch of like nowhere clues. Mikage and Suzu end up meeting the bookmaker. The bookmaker is this man who we've seen a couple of times in like this cafe wearing a black suit, black hair. His name is Satomi. And Satomi, what he says is, I like watching people fight.
It's fun. You don't understand how nice drama is. I'm with
Yeah.
him in that camp.
This is pretty good. And Mikage and Suzu are like, well, that's kind of weird. Like,
Very.
are you a selector? And he's like, no, I can't do anything. I just know that this is happening. And you guys need people to fight. And it's easier for you to be under contract with myself to set up fights for you. And they're like, I don't think we want to be a part of your contract. So then he just takes photos of them and says, well, I could just tell everyone to not fight you.
Like,
and
hey,
then-
don't fight these people.
Yeah, and then you'll slowly lose your memories. So that's on you if you want. They don't want that though. So under the blackmail of what happens, we see that how does he run into Chinatsu, guys?
So what happened was, so they were still trying to figure out the contract, and then they were saying like, oh hey, I have a match booked. What's it called? The guy that sees you fought first came up to
Sumida?
he came up
My
to
favorite.
bookmaker and was just like, hey, that last match I was supposed to win, but it was actually a lot harder. Give me another match. And he was like, oh, I got a perfect match for you. It's this girl named
Chinatsu Morikawa.
yeah.
yeah.
And it's so Suzu was just like,
Suzu?
what?
Suzu.
Suzu, whatever.
Shisho.
Sushan.
Yeah. So so Suzu hears that Chinatsu Morikawa's name, and that's the homie that I've been looking for.
Yeah, and also like, oh, what? She's a selector too? Oh man.
No, we're supposed to be best friends. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna follow Sumida because he's supposed to battle Chinatsu. Oh wait, but this is when we start to see a really weird side to Satomi too, isn't it?
Yeah, he was just like, oh, you're not ruining my fun. It's like, the only way I will tell you the location if you sign the contract. It's just like,
Fine. For friendship.
For
I, Naruto, will go off and train with Jiraiya.
So Mikage's Jiraiya in this.
Sure.
Yeah,
that sounds
why not?
right.
Okay. No, but Satomi kind of reveals the fact that he has a little bit of a sadist. Is that the one that likes?
He is a sadist.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Full
likes causing pain and despair into people because of the desperate situation that Sumida is in. As Wal stated earlier, he lost his earlier battle. He's left with 1 coin. And Sumida really begs him, and Satomi's like, "Oh yeah, beg
Oh,
me,
Give it to me more.
oh, but please, Satomi, I need another battle. You were supposed to give me one that felt good.
Well, because he only go after newbies.
Yeah, I need
first time.
newbies that don't know shit about the game." And Satomi, he says Chi-chan's pretty new, so why not battle this one? When Sumida goes to battle Suzu does see Chinatsu first because the battle happens to be at the playground that they always used to play at.
Mikage stops Sumida from battling first.
Oh yeah, by throwing a bottle at his knee.
Yeah. Like, take that. That'll slow you down.
So Jiraiya threw a shuriken at Baki's knee.
No, it wasn't Baki, man.
Who would
It's
Sumida
probably-
be?
He could be Danzo.
Danzo.
He could be Danzo.
So he throws the shuriken at Danzo's knee. So Naruto. I'm sorry, guys.
So Naruto can meet Sasuke.
Yeah, exactly. When Suzu sees Chinatsu's deadpan. It's like Sasuke. Why are you here? I'm not even gonna acknowledge you. Goes right past Suzu as Suzu is like, Chi-chan, I haven't seen you in forever.
Hey, girlfriend.
Swerve.
How you doing? And yeah, swerve happens. She goes straight for Sumida, says, hey, let's friggin' battle. Open. When it opens, we find out that people, if you're a selector and you are in a zone, you get to see the battle as
A spectator, basically.
How many seconds can they move in the frozen time?
As
many,
long as they need.
about 5 turns.
Wow. It's about as long as a game house, I guess.
Nope. And so Chinatsu lays out her flow chart again. Sumida thinks he's winning because she just says I tell my card to grow and then I end my turn. After that, he goes into a straight attack because he literally thinks she's dumb for leaving herself open. And she's just eating the attacks, and he's like, "Oh, perfect. Satomi gave me what I needed."
He was like, "Oh, you're totally masochist. I'm totally into that."
My dude.
Satomi's my guy. He likes masochism, and I like masochism. And you're a total noob. Take it. Take all my attacks. But at this time, Chinatsu's actually laying down her trap, which is the end of Heart's bit. And she uses her coin bet.
Her OTK apparently.
Yeah,
because it's what ends all matches.
Yeah. So she coin bets, says berserk, and then he's like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna attack.
I'm just gonna play my whole hand and let it rip."
and those let it rips go straight into the catchphrase of Chinatsu's victory, end of Heart. And
It's just a catchphrase. She's just activating her card.
yeah, exactly. End of Heart. And what do you call it? The Elrig of Sumida, who's been like basically verbally abused by Sumida the entire time, is
You've
like,
been calling her a slow-kun.
yeah, slow, useless, weak, even though she's winning. And
Well,
then
he likes being a big,
Disappointment.
strong, manly man and asserting his dominance over adorable little girls.
adorable little slow.
I don't think she's adorable. I think
she was the weakest character design of all the Elrigs.
yeah. That's
She
why
was
she
just
was
weak.
ugly and weak.
Oh,
That's why he kept calling those things.
Yeah.
You
well,
think he was just trying to be a dick? No, he was partially. There's a truth in every joke.
And it was his mememories, so it's his fault that she looks the way she looks. So
Yeah, that's really weird. I wonder what he was
thinking
remembering.
of, right? Yeah.
I wonder what he's been through. That raises a whole bunch of other questions.
I guess we won't know.
We'll never
Maybe
know.
there was someone in his life that was just like that.
Because what actually happens to him as he loses his last coin. He looks like he's super defeated, and Chinatsu just like, I don't know, walks past him because she's done with him now. And we see that the personality of the Elrig, the super verbally abused, apologetic Elrig, is now actually Sumida.
Yeah.
So we find out that disappearing actually means that
Disappearing.
yeah, your soul disappears and becomes filled with the Elrig. The
Bye-bye.
Elrig joins the real world. Chinatsu at this point, like Suzu's like, "Hey, I'm here," and Chinatsu's like, "You need to disappear. You need to go away."
I'm going to win this game and forget all about you.
My wish is to erase every memory of you, so I don't have to work for you anymore.
And she's like, "What, work for me?" And she's like, "Yeah, because I have to be better. You're the chain that binds me because I have to be a
I
better
need to
person."
break these bonds in order to kill my brother.
Naruto.
You're the reason why my father got fired twice, where he lost the house, we lost the apartment, I'm
My
failing in
mom's
school.
nose is so ugly.
Why I work at McDonald's.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Not with Mausama either. So that's a minus.
I never watched that because I don't watch anime because anime sucks.
But I like Hataraka Mausama.
Oh, so
That's
do a
it.
lot of people.
It's
Yeah.
a real shame she didn't work with Mal, because I think she would have
That'd
been
be a great
she would-
anime.
She would have actually been a happy
Yeah, she would have
worker.
been a lot happier. But anyways.
I don't think you got.
But unfortunately, she wasn't in that situation.
Nope. So Suzu becomes super distraught because her friend's just telling her like, "No, I don't want to be your friend, and
Basically,
I don't
I
want to see
disown you.
Yeah.
Those letters got sent back for a reason.
Ooh, harsh, cold world. Suzu
Cold
then
Stone?
tells herself the fact that maybe Chinatsu didn't want to be her friend because, well, maybe it's because she is weak. And she relies on her Elrig, who's also Chinatsu, to tell her how to play this game. So she asks Mikage, "Hey, can you teach me how to play the game?" And Mikage's
For a
just like,
cost.
"Yeah, rejected. No."
Why would I help my opponents? You're
Yeah.
an idiot.
And then Suzu's like, "Well, if I give you treats, will you teach me?"
Interesting.
Acceptable. The reason why,
Reconsidering.
yeah. What's interesting about Mikage as a character is that her character seems to be a little bit broken as well, and she phrases anything with the emotion that she's supposed to be portraying, because her voice doesn't really have emotion.
Just think Kevin Sorbo from Hercules.
Can you help me with that one?
Remember the one scene where, the cue card said disappointed, and instead of feeling disappointed or looking disappointed, he shouted, "Disappointed!"
I never
Well,
understood that.
Yeah, he was just like,
You didn't understand that?
No,
Yeah, he misinterpreted what the cue card was telling him.
yeah, I think the line was, "This isn't my world." Disappointed.
That is the full line.
which is appropriate for Hercules because he's super brawny.
Yeah.
Disappointed. Yeah. But that's perfect, Julian.
Yeah,
Good
that's
job.
exactly what she was doing.
Mikage's Hercules. I mean Kevin Sorbo. All right, so
She is Jiraiya.
yeah, she's Jiraiya. This is Naruto. All right, so
Anyway, she basically bribed her way to like get better. Like, oh, here's that limited edition cake that they only sell like once an hour.
yeah, and with that, I kind of forgot real quick that doesn't Mikage actually battle Suzu before the training, or is that after?
No, it was before because I think Suzu was in depression and she was just
Oh
like,
yeah, Mikage is the one who tells her that you rely on Riru
yeah,
too much.
yeah. So she personally had, hey, bookmaker, make me pair up with Suzu so I can kick
she
her ass.
purposely. I missed that entirely.
Oh, you did? Yeah, she's like this cuck that keeps following me around like a sad puppy. I want to fight her.
Yeah, he was like, hey, look, it sounded like you got a message. She looked at the message, like, my next opponent. Wait, that's you, Hana. She's looking straight at it. I was like, yeah, let's battle.
Let's do this. That's also
Yeah,
down.
I thought it was super weird because like I saw that
She
she pulled out her phone and saw that I was her opponent, but Hana didn't get a message at all. I was like, oh, okay, I guess.
Well, I mean, she already knew. It was like she knew.
I didn't notice. I missed that part.
and that's when we also find out Hana's ability, her coin ability, is blind, which just causes a giant smoke screen. If you play League of Legends, think Graves, and the opponent doesn't know what Hana is playing.
Like, they don't know if they're going to attack or defend or...
And this is when we start to find out you could cheat in another way, because Suzu used honest when she couldn't see anymore. She's like, are there any traps? And Hana is like, oh, crap, I feel like I have to tell the truth. And her Elrig is anonymous, right? She's a little sassy mouth. It's like, like Hana will tell you she isn't that stupid. And then she goes, yes, there are traps in which are to counter you. And so Suzu doesn't attack. She's like, okay, end my turn. And then Hana full out attacks, and she's like, wait, what? And she goes, I answered your question. There are traps in my deck. I didn't say
I
that
just don't have them on the field.
Like, I didn't say where they
you
are.
gotta be way more specific.
Exactly. And so after
lie of omission.
yeah. And so Suzu at that point, that's after suffering that loss and hearing Hana tell her that you rely on Riru to battle for you when you should become stronger yourself, takes it upon herself to become stronger. Chinatsu, on the other spectrum, is becoming more Sasuke-like with Orochimaru.
And making creepy faces.
Yeah, she...
Super creepy faces.
And her voice changing at the same
like,
time.
the entire face get distorted.
She starts looking like her mom.
No, not... This
Not
is
that
just
ugly.
creepy. The mom is just ugly.
Oh, damn. And so Chinatsu, she starts working for Satomi because her angry personality makes her actually, like, attack another student because the student tattled on her that she was out late.
Oh, yeah. The teacher talked to her like, hey, I heard something, whatever. And then, like,
Well, it's also...
No. It was like,
No, it was
hey,
also...
I heard you lost your...
No, it was also she dropped down in rank. Like, she became, like, the
she
22nd.
Let's have a consolation 22nd place prize party.
Yeah. Oh,
and then she was like,
fuck
fuck you, bitch!
And then,
cops.
and then the teacher was like, hey, you can't be attacking student. I thought you wanted that scholarship. And she was like, I'm not apologizing. I have nothing to apologize. I'm not apologizing.
Hey, sorry,
Also,
but we here at McDonald's can't tolerate that.
We have a very strict no fighting policy.
We're
high school
gonna
for
have
us.
to let you go.
So she loses her job. She loses her standing at school. So again, all the and she blames Suzu for all of this still.
Hey, if Suzu wasn't chaining her down.
And so she decides to work for Satomi to get new people to sign up for these contract battles. And two of interesting people that she signs
Who's
up.
Satomi?
Satomi is the bookmaker.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I said that one already, right?
Yeah, you might have.
Okay.
But just for clarification, in case
So
anyone might not have been paying attention.
So Chinatsu actually gets the little girl Rio to sign up, and she also gets Shihai, because Shihai, the guy who blew off Suzu for the fight because he doesn't fight anyone, actually used to have a really big crush on Chinatsu because they went to the same
Used
middle
to.
He's in
No.
denial now.
It's
But-
not denial. It's more like, I have learned to live with these feelings, and I accept this, so it's all right.
Yes, unrequited love. So he
I'm okay with you pursuing other guy, but not that guy.
Oh yeah. So Shihai, he wants to protect Chinatsu from Satomi because he sees that Satomi is a weird dude. But like a weird dude, Chinatsu herself is a weird girl. Can you guys explain how she got
Hey.
Shihai?
Su-chan, you want to do it with me?
Uh,
Let's do it right here in this park. Let's do it. Do me. Do me.
okay.
He didn't say okay.
He kind of did okay. He was just like,
No. He said, open.
Oh yeah.
Those legs. Whoa.
Oh my
Whoa.
god! Yeah, this anime has so many sexual innuendos. And
Innuendos? No, Satomi just straight up talks
says-
about jizzing in his pants.
I am banging you through this card game. And Chinatsu's picking up on that language because that doomy part, she's holding her L rig, facing Shihai, saying, "Do me, I'll be
Why?
gentle," And Shihai gets to win, but he feels weird about it. He won. And then she said, if you feel bad that you beat me, sign the contract, right? No,
I
that was
thought
to a
that-
different girl.
No,
that
it
was
was
to
a
a
different
random
girl.
girl.
She beat him.
Yeah.
well,
And
she
then
was
said,
like,
okay, you only have one coin left. You should sign up for the contract battles.
No, yeah, she was pretending like,
Yeah,
oh,
she
hey,
totally
like,
wrecked
hey,
him.
I'm going to let you win.
I'm going to let you rail me.
Yeah. Oh, no, she was setting the Sumida trap again. He was destroying her, and then she berserked him.
Yeah.
And then he activated his ability, escape, and then undid his escape because he had to attack or something like that.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So from there, Shihai's in this.
Shirai.
And Shirai and Rio, the little girl's in this, and she gets really pissed off at Shirai and Chinatsu, because Shinai's a different thing. Shirai and Suzu are still adamant on trying to get Chinatsu to become her former self.
Yes. Sakura and Naruto are trying their best to bring Sasuke back.
And it's not working. Eventually, Satomi hates Shirai. And we get to learn a little new secret about Satomi. He goes to... You guys remember Siscon?
Oh, yeah. How can we
Narumi-san.
forget?
Yeah.
Those eyes. Quit looking at me with those eyes.
Satomi sets up a battle for Narumi in a car parking lot. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, yeah, your selector battle? It's me.
What? But I
What?
thought
You're
he
not
was...
a selector.
That's what you told us in episode 4.
Well, people lie.
Yeah, people lie.
Yeah.
Well, how come other selectors can't figure that out? Oh, my selector doesn't allow other people to feel me as a selector.
My Elric special ability.
I always thought like AJ because he'd leave his Elric at home.
Yeah, why don't they do that?
I don't know. Well, because I think they need people to talk to.
They're so lonely.
Yeah, they just need it.
So,
Hey, I know you're a parasite stealing my memories and everything, but I don't want you to be alone, so you can come to school with me.
yeah. So,
Even though you're stealing my memory, they're my memory, so you have to give them back to me. So I'm taking you with me.
so from there,
What happens if you tear up your card?
they
you might
die.
die.
People die when you kill them.
Yeah,
you-
but
when you rip
tearing
them
stuff up isn't killing.
Remember in JoJo when like they're fighting Atomic Father and they try to rip up the photo of themselves and then they end up ripping themselves? I figured it's something like that.
Well, that was different because they were in the room, and then they just never got to him again. But when they exploded them,
So That was JoJo Minute. JoJo.
Wasn't even a
Another
minute.
one of our mini podcasts. But yeah, so Satomi, like, we find out his ability is to literally cheat. His coin bet's ability is called cheat. And he can transform his
no.
card.
It's Joker.
It's Joker.
I thought Joker was the name of his L rig.
No,
it's
his
Carnival.
Elric was like Carnival.
Kanibaru,
Yeah, okay.
Cheat was a little girl.
which was bombs for some reason.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So he uses Joker, which allows him to change cards in places. And he changes the card in the front of his L rig into
Something
Like a
we
beast
don't
ass
really
card.
know.
yeah.
I mean,
we don't know what these cards do.
I don't remember a single card getting explained to us.
But he
only coin
explains to
powers.
Narumi that he's the one that made his sister disappear, and Narumi goes nuts. And this is Narumi at his strongest because he was finally not fighting
He had Ikari no Chikara.
a girl. Is
Well, I
that what
would say he was-
Ikari no Chikara mean?
Ikari means rage.
Yeah.
I would say he was fighting at his best because he like messed with his
no.
mind so much. It's like, hey, you're using the same strategy your sister did against me. Oh, but she lost against me.
Yeah, he was
That was
goading.
definitely his best.
He was goading and bringing the memories of the sister that he
Yeah,
lost.
She was begging me, just like you were.
Yeah, exactly.
She kept saying Oni-chan this and Oni-chan that.
She was on her knees, and I just called her, keep sucking.
Oh my god. But basically, yeah, that's how Narumi felt. Oh my god. And then he lost. And he was left with one coin. Right?
No, he.
No.
Is that when he
only
lost?
he only had one
started
coin.
with one coin.
Oh, so he already fought Rio by then, right?
Yeah, he already lost to her.
Okay. So, the reason why
I
we were
haven't seen
talking about
Narumi
that,
win a fight at all.
yeah, the reason we
It's
talk
the
about
Rock
that,
Lee.
that round robin tournament is that literally everyone that we've seen just keeps fighting each other, which is
They
kind of
fight, they win something off screen, and then they fight someone again.
exactly,
Or they don't win off screen, and they just die.
and they just have less coins.
So,
So-
they'll have 4, then all of a sudden they have 1.
Yeah, and so
Like Sumida.
Satomi sets it up to be that Shirai has one coin and Rio has one coin because Shirai has been starting to actually reach Chinatsu into getting back her humanity by reminding her, how good she was to him during middle school.
I'll never forget those words you told me during middle school.
What were they?
I forgot.
Oh yeah, you slipped. It was because Shirai, due to the fact that he chooses not to battle, he really reveals that if you don't battle for 90 days and you
Game's
have
over.
at least 2 coins,
So
yeah,
you
you're
totally can run away.
out. Yeah, you can run away from this game.
Although
but you
every
just lose
coin
memories.
you lose a memory.
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be terrible if one of the memories you lost was how to play the game?
Yeah. Literally.
Oh,
Why am I hallucinating this card?
What's a Ririgu?
that was Soul.
How do you
issue,
pronounce this word?
Yeah.
Like he was thinking like, oh, I'm just not going to play. I'll lose some memory. Big whoop. And then he's just like, people coming up like, hey, I'm your friend from middle school. And he's like, who are you?
What? I don't
Wow.
know you.
I know I'm taller now, but that's still kind of mean to forget me like that.
That's my purse, and then kick him in the nuts. I don't know you.
Who's these people on my phone?
Yeah.
New phone, who dis?
And so, yeah, eventually Rio and Shirai only have one coin left each, and Satomi tells Chinatsu, hey, this next battle's one that should be interesting for you.
Yeah, come meet me on the rooftop and let's watch it.
Yeah, and she runs because she doesn't want to lose Rio, and she doesn't want to lose Shirai, and Shirai is about to win, and Rio starts breaking down. Why? Because she's a little girl with her mommy.
Not
And-
with her mommy.
with her
With
card
mama.
mommy. Oh, mama, yeah.
Her Elvic mommy.
So, and so Shirai is like, I can't do this. Beating little girls is not my thing. So he purposely loses to Rio as Chinatsu basically gets there, and he disappears.
Look, me and Mama won.
And so Chinatsu, like, basically he tried to sacrifice himself to bring Chinatsu back, and that didn't work. She gets angrier, deletes him off her phone, and you know it's real when you delete a contact off your phone. Have you
No.
really?
I've never deleted anyone off my phone. I've only transferred phones and lost contact.
That's how real it is.
I've
You've
been
never deleted someone off your phone, Julian.
I just been
I've
replacing.
never deleted
Yeah.
someone. I don't know.
So that's how real it is.
I got this guy.
I've
he's-
deleted people off my League of Legends friend list.
Well, that's nothing.
Oh, it's nothing, huh?
Yeah, you deleted me, I bet.
No, you were never online to delete.
You don't have to be online to delete people.
I'm not scrolling down to the offline H's.
Anyway.
Anyways, so yeah, she deletes him and then realizes, yeah, I told myself, because he's actually coaxed by Meru. Meru starts changing her stance because she's like, oh man, Chinatsu really hates it when I act like Suzu. So if I encourage this behavior and enable her to start hating more people, maybe she'll finally like hang out with me or something. You know? So Suzu and Shirayas are like, hey, what you're doing is wrong, Sasuke. Then I was like, no. You're always right. You're the best.
I am here to encourage you.
Yeah, and then she's like, you're right. Fuck these people. Eventually it comes down to a climatic battle between Suzu and Chinatsu. Oh, wait, right before that, hold on. Hold up, wait a minute. Mikage starts to dive deeper into the mystery that is this
The selector battles.
when she loses to the same girl that originally beat Chinatsu, the mysterious delinquent high school girl. We find out that she's from a previous series, and she explains how there's been this cycle of despair that girls,
Suffering and despair.
yeah,
And
little,
she's the hardcorest unplugging life supports.
yeah.
She is a true delinquent.
So she originally was in the real world. She fought in the first selector battles. This is in the previous seasons. When they won, they became something called Eternal Girls, which made them L-Rigs. But when she became an
Hey.
L-Rig,
I want to ask you something, Sigurd.
yeah,
Can you spell Elrig backwards?
girl.
Dun,
Oh my
dun,
god. Holy cow.
That is the thing I was holding off on earlier.
That's a great
Girls.
reveal.
Oh god.
Girls!
Because there's never been a boy.
Girls run the world! Girls run the
Beyonce. Good. Nice job, Julian. I'm proud of you.
That's probably why all the guys lose.
Yeah,
'cause
so all
they're
the
not-
guys have been losing.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
So where did the guy souls go? Oh, man.
Gone.
Anyways, yeah.
The guys never won.
So
Apparently in the old selector battles, only females were participating.
I see. Well, so yeah, this delinquent girl, her name is Kiyoi. She became an L-Rig, and then her L-Rig took over her body, and the reason why she was trying to make her wish come true.
The
and
first
gain
selector
power,
battles had to wish true.
was to bring back her friend who was on life support and like in a coma. But when she became an L-Rig, the L-Rig switched bodies with her, and then just straight up goes to the friend on life support, and pulls the plug.
Like, rest in peace.
Yeah, she literally says
night.
it out loud too. Well, that's that, and then just kills her friend while
She's watching.
Kyoi's
She's like,
watching. Yeah. So then she fights her way back into the real world somehow. I'm guessing that's season 2 or something.
No, she
like.
uses her body...
She had to
She
get
uses
back.
her selectors over... She'll, like, you know...
Oh yeah, she
She'll
kept
make them lose or something and steal their bodies.
steal their body. Yeah.
She is the Orochimaru. She is stealing her.
she's body
There's a
swapping.
lot of crossover in this anime.
Yeah. And so she beats Mikage, Hana, and tells her that like don't do this because there's no winning basically. There's just despair.
You
And
don't want to win this game.
that you were forced to play.
Yeah, and Mikage doesn't listen, ends up winning. Suzu sees what happens when you win. She got her memory back of how she lost her little brother, and it
Which
was
didn't make any sense. It
They-
was exactly what she remembered.
exactly, which is they went to go play hide and seek in an abandoned apartment building that was under construction, and I think the kid fell. And it was-
I think that was stated,
Yeah,
but the flashback that we were given,
was a little
she's
bit
just like,
longer.
hey, where are you? I
I'm-
might have went home. I'm
Yeah.
just go.
Yeah, like,
And
Hey,
then
where
she
you go?
freaks out.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go home now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have you ever scratched the ground so hard
That your
you
hands
lost your
bleed?
fingerprints?
Well, not only
No, but Hana did.
That was
not only
crazy.
that, her
There was
Elwig
so
was
much
like
blood.
super mean about it too. She's like,
Yeah.
she's like, oh, I waited all this moment to see the despair on your face.
Oh yeah, because we find out that some of these L-Rigs
Are really mean.
don't like humans. They say that we need to take our vengeance on the humans that use us. And I'm like, you're a card game, that's why. Anyways, so flashback, Chinatsu,
Hate the game, not the player.
right? So Chinatsu and Suzu end up going into battle. This is after Chinatsu watches a girl commit suicide, by the way.
Oh, it was godlike. That first Kiragi girl,
Yeah.
like she lost battles too, and her Elric became her, and her Elric, she
was like, I've been living her
Chinatsu is
life. I've
just
been
chilling on a bridge, and she walks up and she tells her a story of like, yeah, I took over this body. I tried living her life.
eat
I went to
breakfast, go to school.
Same thing every day. I'm done.
And then literally jumps off the bridge.
She doesn't jump. She just leans over and keeps leaning.
Oh, my God. Yeah. And then the blood splatter effect sound
Yeah.
on that was terrible.
Yeah, that was. I did not expect. I'm like, she was like, I'm done, and then she did kind of slip off, and then they're like, then Chi-chan was just like, whoa,
Yeah.
It was godlike.
And she's like, I gotta sever these bonds.
like
And so Suzu and Chinatsu finally fight. And this is typical Naruto versus Sasuke. Chinatsu is like, I'm going to fight you and make you disappear so that I will be rid of these bonds. And Suzu goes, I will fight and defeat you to protect these bonds.
that's my ninja
Rasengan!
way.
Yeah, they battle. Chinatsu uses Berserk. She uses her coin Honest to negate Berserk by
She wanted to
asking
be
herself
honest.
what her true feelings are, which is, I do not want to attack Chinatsu right now because it's bad. And yeah, Suzu shows that all the training with Hana pays off, and she defeats Chinatsu. Chinatsu kind of gets hit with the memories of why she started becoming Suzu's friend to begin with, was because Suzu was a bright light of sunshine that people liked playing with, and that Chinatsu was selfish and was like, no, I want her to be my friend.
I want that light
Yeah.
all to myself.
all to myself.
All to me.
So Chinatsu's been a selfish character this entire anime, basically.
But she's
Yeah,
also the prettiest.
Chinatsu?
Yeah.
I like Suzu more. Anyways, well, you guys can debate that.
We
And
can
let us
go
know.
into
Stared
white
with
walls
this look of
more.
disgust.
Yeah, he
For
totally
all-
is.
Because this is not a visual podcast. I need to let you all know. That
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
Dirty
that dirty look. So
I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm Dirty Dan.
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
Okay, you could be Dirty Dan.
That's right.
I'm Pinhead Larry.
And so, Suzu, in defeating Chinatsu, kind of makes Chinatsu realize that she was her own burden, just like how Kiyoi told her in episode 3 or something, that it's not Suzu that's holding you back, it was me all along. And
Kono Chinatsuda.
yeah, they're gonna be friends forever. That's when Satomi is like, this is gross. I came here to watch you guys wither and suffer in pain.
I don't want this friendship or happiness anywhere near my tournament.
And then he looks at Suzu and goes like, fight me, virgin. And so she's
She's
like,
like,
what?
okay.
And
No,
so
I think he told that to
Shirai.
Should
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying the sexual innuendos did not stop.
Yeah, man.
And so Satomi fights Suzu. It's, again, these battles do not mean anything because we don't know what's going on. But we do know he's cheating a lot.
Cheating super hard, like changing his card, changing her
Yeah,
card,
he made her card
copying like
blank.
other people's abilities.
Yeah, we find out his coin bet can actually copy other people's abilities.
We find out that he used to be an Elrig.
Yeah, that's when you realize that I used to be an Elrig and I took over Satomi's body, and actually I'm a girl, which explains why Narumi lost again.
Oh.
Because you, as
That
you
would make
told me,
sense.
Elrig means girl backwards. And
It
so
spells girl backwards.
yeah, spells girls backwards.
I'm not sure what it means.
And so, like, Suzu uses the power of friendship. She uses her last coin to stop the blind effect of Satomi, because she actually asked the question very succinct this time, unlike when she fought against Mikage.
She learned her lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Naruto, she grew stronger.
And he liked that. He's like, "Oh, you asked that question right, girl. Yep, I got no more traps." And then she's like, "Good. When you attack me, I'll just use my mana and." Oh my God! One of my cards is blank, and he's like, "That's right. I already changed that card.
Don't
you
you
can't
remember?
stop
That was like
this."
the first thing I did this game.
And that's some foresight there, you know.
That's not foresight.
He was just really good at playing the game.
Yeah.
He was really good at cheating.
He's really good at cheating. And so this is when Chinatsu does the ultimate cheat. This whole anime is about cheating at card
This
games.
is when Naruto and Sasuke team up against Kagura.
No,
And
this is where Kaiba and Yugi team up against Darius in that one Yu-Gi-Oh season where
No, I was thinking of when Buster Blader got to ride a Blue Eyes in order to attack the Seven-Headed
something like that.
Dragon.
Like Kaiba
That-
just threw him a card like, use my blue eyes, take it.
And basically, Chinatsu looks at Meru and is like, "Hey, can I give Suzu my coin right now?" Basically, if you were ever playing a card game,
Can I bet on Suzu?
Yeah.
Can we make this
What?
some money match?
One coin on Susu, please.
1 shekel, 1 bison buck for Suzu, please.
Ooh, a Bipson dollar?
A Bipson dollar.
Bipson bucks.
And so she throws her coin at Suzu. Suzu's like, "All right, coin bet," and it's a different move. It's not berserk and it's not honest.
It's what
requiem.
Ooh,
And they don't
combination
explain
of the both.
what it does.
It just says like, I think it
makes
just says
me stronger.
yeah, it just made her stronger.
And then Carnival and Riru attack each other, and Satomi starts to disappear
It
because
makes her honest to her feelings of wanting to
Go
berserk
berserk.
and win.
Oh, okay. Requiem. The anime ends with Chinatsu and Suzu being friends for a couple of days. Chinatsu promises Suzu that she'll never fight again. She took on Shirai's mission of running away. And as Suzu says goodbye to Chinatsu one last time and walks away, the coin that Chinatsu's holding
Her last
fades
coin.
all the way to black.
And Suzu knew that this was happening.
And Meru and Chinatsu have a little conversation of, hey, Meru asks, "Hey, I just wanted to be your friend this entire time, so thank you." And we get more. I'm noticing the anime theme of Meru is Meru, Chinatsu is Chinatsu.
We'll bring it back, huh?
Yeah, because that's what they did. She's like, "You didn't need to be Suzu. Meru is Meru." So
Hako is Hako.
God,
Julian
Okay.
is Julian.
Groot is Groot.
Yamiwa is
Don't you
Yamiwa.
mean Groot?
Wait,
Groot?
My name is Groot.
I don't know what he says.
I
No,
am
no,
Groot.
I am Groot. Yeah.
That's all he says. Well, no, at one point he just says, "We are Groot."
Oh, that he did have the we. And
We
so,
are Venom.
so
We are
Maximum
Gonger.
Spider. Oh, this is fun.
God. Berserker Barrage.
Weapon X.
Swiss cheese.
Bob.
All right, enough about the Dark Phoenix Rises. I know. I tried to stop, but I couldn't hold it back. I couldn't.
Sunday drivers.
I couldn't control it. All right.
Oh.
So
Everyone, send an email booing Sigurd.
what? Anyways,
So just better fighting game for us.
Don't suggest Street Fighter 5.
or Marvel vs. Capcom 3,
Or Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
or Cross Tekken Street Fighter.
That's still not out yet.
But don't suggest this.
I mean, you can try it.
So, yeah, the anime ends with Chinatsu back at the park, not sure who she was, Suzu bumping into her and reintroducing herself to Chinatsu.
I'm Suzuka Homura.
I'll make you remember me.
It is the plot of 50 First Dates. So,
Yeah.
That's what we were saying. Like, oh man, it's 51st Date, the anime.
yeah. Cutscene. Oh, and then the name that we couldn't say, LOSTORAGE INCITED WIXOSS. WIXOSS? How do you say it?
We cross.
We cross, man.
WIXOSS.
We cross.
Okay, we cross turns the incited word into convoluted, which, as it took us almost 2 hours to get here, it is convoluted. It's a convoluted anime that's just about two friends who might not want to be friends because of hardships, getting over the fact that they could still be friends.
It's a convoluted
You know,
version
basic
of Naruto.
high school drama.
yeah.
Mm.
So with that, we'll get into the next half. Well, not even half. It won't be that long, guys, I promise. But listen to the hot track of the opening theme.
どこから変わったの信じてたもの迷子になった季節は過ぎても思い出の場所はあの頃のままなのになぞ不安教えて進んでの意味の過去も未来も探してるタイム乗り会えたらいいねあの日の笑顔あの約束繰り返す日常の中のいつに今から歪んでくまだわからないまだ求めたいまだなくせない折れた胸のカードを開きさまようの記憶の中 Find my real忘れたくないもの抱きしめてもするりと逃げて小さな思い出の手のひらの中色あせてゆく止めて気持ちへ答えて手放していいの過去につながれ動けない景色がくなりそうと響いた言葉嫌いそうちょっとした意識のリレーケーブルとことくまたわいこれはクソの迷路かもしれない誰かが仕掛けた罠みたい少しずつ消える不定のかけら集めてタイム乗り合えたらいいねあの日の笑顔あの約束繰り返す日常の中のいつにまかれ歪んでくまだわからないまだ求めたいまだなくせない折れた胸のカードを開き今さまよう記憶の途中で何かに出会い積み上げる全てが生まれ全てを消して全てを超えて私を組み立ててる記憶
Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that first opening theme. To be honest,
First? It was the only one.
Okay, yeah. What I meant was the opening theme wasn't actually too bad for this.
I thought it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the soundtrack was pretty good.
But instead of talking about what we thought was good and bad so far, let's go into what we usually do at this part. Clickbait. I forgot what it was called.
We call it different things.
It changes weekly.
Yeah.
Bi-weekly.
Well, I'm trying to keep it as clickbait. So
Nah, I don't like. Let's call it.
If you guys
BuzzFeed.
have a suggestion, please email us or maybe even Twitter us.
or tell us that you don't like hearing these things. So
That too. You can tell we
can
have a
You
time
want us
review.
to stop? We'll stop. I'll do whatever you want, man. No.
so
I just need some money for some rock, you know.
Hey, you got any more of them Wixos cards? Any more of them coins?
Got any more coin bets?
So, I think we'll start with Wah this time. That's my favorite person to start with.
All right, yeah, let's.
But this is LOSTORAGE clickbait with Wah.
What happened when you are randomly chosen to battle to the death? You play a card game, of course. Time to go all in on this children death card game battle.
I liked it.
Children's game card death battle. Very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
Yeah, it was pretty. Not
Yeah,
bad,
it
not
keeps
bad.
you like, what? A children card game? It's a death battle? Okay.
Okay, we're in.
Yeah.
I like children's
It's a
playing
weird kind of
card
death
games.
too.
Yeah, and it's a battle. You got all the elements in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Got all the main stuff without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. How about you, Julia? This is clickbait with Julian on LOSTORAGE.
Two childhood friends, Suzuko and Chinatsu, are caught up in the high-stake collectible card game wars of WeCross, where it's forgot or be forgotten. And trust us, you don't want to do either.
That's a good one. I think I like
God, you should start getting paid for these.
These are not even good.
that one was pretty good.
I was highly disappointed writing this.
I think that was better than mine. It seemed like you put more thought than I did. I really did mine in like a few
Yeah, I
minutes.
spent 4 days working on this.
Woo.
Ooh.
Woo.
Yeah, mine was like 5 minutes. I'm just like, children card
It
game, death
shows.
battle.
Here's another ad lib one by myself. So does someone want to kick it off for me?
Sigurd, clickbait title time with Sigurd. Go now.
Lost Rage.
What does one do when you come back in town? Do you see your friends? No, because they don't want to see you. How can we solve this? Only one way to do it. With children's card games. Join us in LOSTORAGE IncitedWIXOSS.
I just gotta say, guys, you know.
We got to step up our game.
No, I
think
was
we
gonna
got-
say this isn't a children's card game. These are clearly teenagers playing it.
They're
That's
children.
children.
They're still children.
They're
What,
not
so-
children.
So Rio is not a child?
Just because, oh my god, just because you drive a car doesn't mean you're an adult.
How
Just
does that
because
apply to
someone put you in
Rio?
a driving car, like,
So just because you're a child, you're not a child is what you're telling me?
she's a child, but it's not her game.
Okay,
What's her
count,
game?
count how many adults played this.
Yeah, technically
It's
the
Japanese
one dude,
only, so it's hard.
Satomi,
He's an adult.
and
Yeah.
then Narumi Senior, he was studying for college stuff.
That's
So-
still a child. You study
No.
for college when you're a high schooler.
No,
when you're a
he
teenager.
college he was in college.
Oh, he was already in
He
college?
was already in college. He was doing
I,
college.
I guess he was in college. He was doing
Yeah,
studies.
especially at this point in the story, he would already be in because whatever. And then yeah. And teenagers are not children. They're teenagers.
That's true. Yeah,
You
I
know?
would hate the adult
That is
Sigurd
why
who calls
I
the teenager.
specified
Convoluted.
collectible card game.
Okay.
Alright, fair enough.
That's not derogatory, unlike you guys. Jesus Christ.
Well, I play children's card games, so
no, you play collectible card games.
Pokemon.
Trading card games.
Pokemon's for children.
You also played Weiss Schwartz.
I play White Schwartz. Yeah.
That's not for children.
Magic the Gathering. It starts off for children. Actually, I
Did
think it's
it?
10 plus. That's
I,
still a
I
child.
am not sure Magic was ever intended for children.
What about Card Fight Buddy?
I never played that. I never bothered to learn it.
I didn't know that was real.
Either
There's so
way.
many things I see that are animes. I'm just like, is this real?
I think Yokai Watch is real too.
Yokai Watch is a video game.
Yeah, it's the new Pokemon. It's the hip new thing. Though Pikachu to me still reigns supreme. So
Pikachu's ass.
fire. Anyways, let's move on to the next part where we actually give our rating. Still, right now, I haven't figured out. I know that we're a lot of episodes in. I do plan on coming up with an easier rating system. 1 to 10 is what we've been doing now.
Is it?
Kind of.
Kinda.
Sure, whatever.
I've been sticking to my 1 to 10.
But like I said, I'll come up with something a little bit different later. There was one episode where we did like, did you like it? Did you watch it because you wanted to cosplay from it? And I kind of liked that rating system because it gives you a reason of why you would watch the anime. But anyways, our ratings. I think I'll kick off first.
Okay.
I guess.
Kick it off, Mr. Sigurd.
All right. So
Sigurd-san.
for LOSTORAGE, we just watched last episode was on. What did we watch last episode?
Oh, our episode.
Our episode.
What did we watch? It was with the Blood of Oars.
Oh God, yes,
Ah, that was the memory I forgot after winning my selected battle.
exactly.
It's a shame it
I
came
think-
back to haunt me.
I think I just ran away and let it just disappear from my memory. That's why I'm asking you guys to help me out here. But yeah,
I've been waiting the 90 days and it
yeah, that's
Just
exactly
laying it over.
That's my plan too, man. So yeah, Blood of Wars. It wasn't enjoyable, but the
Blood of Wars
plot
wasn't
was a
amazing.
lot easier to explain because so many episodes were really nonsense episodes. In LOSTORAGE, every episode and like I think it's really interesting that they did change the title from Incited to Convoluted, because that truly did
I don't know. I
Well-
think that's the setup for the fourth
for the
season,
fourth
or the
season.
next season.
Exactly.
Because
But
the
it
same
did-
same thing with the first 2 seasons. They changed the middle word to be like infected to something else, and
Yeah.
then this one was something else too.
I just think that Convoluted was perfect to end the anime on, because it truly was convoluted.
We just didn't get answers.
It was, well, we did get answers. It's just that there
Not
was
all.
so much
Information.
exposition,
or-
yeah, backstory to all these characters who do not matter anymore. Narumi's gone. Sumida gone. Chinatsu technically gone. Like, what did we watch? You know,
We watched
we saw
watched
Satomi.
Femruto.
Yeah, Satomi. Femruto. Satomi had been the big bad, and he's destroyed. And even while he's being destroyed, he's like, ha 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 ha. Yeah, there's always going to be despair, and because of despair,
Yeah.
these selector battles happen.
He
So
lost,
good luck.
and his Elrig became him now.
Yeah,
And his Elrig was just as big a dick as he was.
yeah, she was just as evil. So like, what did we watch? Instead, I felt like, yes, this was a psychological thriller because the pressure was the fact that you could lose your personality to this card that's your partner, but not really, you know? But at the same time, this could have easily just been a slice of life anime where Chinatsu and Suzu are trying to figure out
That's one dark
how,
slice of life.
yeah, super dark slice of life.
Yeah,
But
Slice
it could
Life
have
doesn't
been
have
like
to
a
be
regular
happy.
drama, is what I'm trying to say. You know? So, the artwork in this one compared to Blood of War, though, way better. I felt like I was watching a anime that actually had care and support. The music was pretty good. At least I enjoyed the ending theme and the intro. The art was good. The drama could have been better portrayed. The card battles were not needed. But you know what? Like, I did want to see how it ended. I wanted to see how Suzu would reach Chinatsu. I just think it took too long. And for that, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Like, I didn't hate it. I just thought that there was too much to try to explain. This is not an anime, and I'm pretty sure after listening, if you guys are still with us, after listening, you could tell that it was hard to explain everything because there's too much packed in from all this expositional backstory. So, yeah, 7 out of 10 for me.
Cool.
Interesting.
It made me kind of interested in the card game, but you know me, I'm prone to
Card
trying
games are
new
cool.
Card games. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
them.
card games are fun. That's again like that's how we met each other.
Mm-hmm.
We just like card games.
I like children's card games.
Collectible card games.
Yeah. So, Julian, why don't we go with you next?
This was an anime. This was not a good anime.
Mm-hmm.
This was not a bad anime. This was just clearly an anime. They did things. It wasn't horrible. I agree with most of Sigurd's points. I think there was either love or care or some combination of the both put into this. Like, it wasn't terrible, but the subject matter wasn't something. See, I didn't care about the subject matter of B Project either, but
Yeah.
for some reason I just like that one more.
The lighthearted humor really did help. This anime was just so depressing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's a shame that not all my questions were answered because I'm sure they're setting up for more seasons. They just want to keep the ball rolling for their card game.
Yeah, they promote.
Can I get one of the questions that you didn't have answered?
Why?
what?
Why this is why this
I,
happened?
I would admit, like it didn't.
Who did this?
It's really
Mayu.
it's really random because it's
Why?
Oh, I don't know.
because it's
How?
you literally just buy a
Magic.
starter deck and then you're just okay. You're in this like you're in
Who
this
is
game.
producing all these starter decks with these magic things slipped in there? Where is this magic coming? See,
I mean,
just
if I
that
had
kind of stuff.
if I had to take a shot at it, all these people that picked the card game were going through some kind of tragedy already, and I think it's the despair that calls on to the LRGs to select those selected people.
It could be a good theory.
Rio lost her mom. Narumi lost his sister. Suzu couldn't make friends and couldn't find Shintasu. Shintasu couldn't afford.
Chinatsu.
Chinatsu could not afford.
You better watch out. One
a
of these
better
days, you're
college.
gonna start throwing around a Japanese slur or something, man.
I know, right? It's a dangerous territory. But like, yeah, most of these girls, except for Kiragi and Sumida, I have no idea what kind of trauma they were
Well,
going through.
Yeah, like Soulchan. He was pretty happy to play the game. He was like, "Hey, yeah, I'm having fun," and then he realized how DB got into
He had
it.
the whole soccer
Yeah,
can't play
he
anymore
lost
thing.
his ability to play soccer, which was what his love.
Well, that was back in middle school. He didn't
Yeah.
get start playing the game until like high school,
Maybe
so that
he
was like a
didn't-
whole year. So he was
didn't-
he was pretty cool with it.
He didn't touch a starter deck until that time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like, I don't know.
That was
weird.
freaky, by the way, when he beat that girl. And she's like, "Oh man, good battle." And
Oh,
she's
yeah.
just biting the. She's trying to summon Naruto away. You know, she's biting her thumb till it bleeds, saying,
Yeah,
"I don't want to disappear.
yeah.
I don't want to."
She was like, "What do you mean, good game? I'm dying now."
Yeah, thanks, you
Oh.
mean person. He goes, "No, I'm the protagonist."
Yeah, no, he totally could have been he was the index of Railgun.
Yeah, we could have a spin-off easily.
So
Yeah, what's your rating
Rating, yeah.
overall?
I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I'd say it's completely acceptable to watch. I don't like it, but you know, I don't hate it.
Okay, and then
It's
what?
fine.
Let's bring it home.
all right, so this might be the most controversial thing I might say on this podcast. Something that we probably go against everything we are working for on this, but I actually like this anime.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
this is the first time you actually liked an anime.
I like anime.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
the
no,
anime
no,
the
no,
anime
I
we
mean,
watch.
Yeah, the
it's
anime
like,
that we watched, like, the,
well, I mean, like B Project wasn't bad. I mean, it was like your slice of life idol anime. It was just like I think the last 2 or 3 episodes was just like, why are you doing this right now? But this one, from start to
'cause you
finish,
killed my father.
basically, but I feel like start to finish, and with this character, even though we started on season 3, I feel like the story and the character development was actually
Everyone's
good.
motivations are clear.
Like, yeah, you
and
figure out-
human.
yeah, you
Except, well, Chinatsu's kind of the weirdest of them all.
it was weird. Like in a normal sense, you wouldn't expect like, oh, I'm just going to erase you from my memory, and then everything's going to be good for me. But I mean, like, I think you can brush some of those off with like they're a teenager and they're having like teenager angst.
That's exactly what I was thinking. There were times growing up when I just thought if I wasn't me, if I could be a different person, then things would go better. You know, and I think that she was
Really?
the supernatural part. Well, yeah, you know, like
Oh,
if I
thought that
wasn't
was
so
the best.
if I wasn't so sensitive and instead became more of like a play it cool, I don't really care about other people's feelings kind of thing, then I wouldn't feel the pain or something because
Yeah.
of being a sympathetic, you know, kind of thing. Your empathy can
No, I'm the
bring me
best.
down.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
the best man. You know what, Dee.
like to us, like the way the characters act, like they don't quite understand what they meant by, oh, when you lose you disappear. They're like, oh, we disappear? Oh, wait, you mean we actually disappear? Or like, oh, I hate you kind of thing. It's just like, I think you can kind of brush off as teenage thing, but I think like with the character development, like you see the character grow, like you see Suzu, like she basically was like this shy little girl, but then she actually grew up to be, or she actually grew into like, I'm gonna fight this main villain to protect my friend kind of thing. Like, and then Chi-chan's like, oh, I don't need to rely on you anymore. I'm gonna be me kind of thing. And Hana, and pretty much we get character development with everyone, and the story is really good. Where like you have the villain who's really menacing, and he can perfectly pick out like your weakness to exploit it to the point where he can win.
I think it's just that he talks dirty enough to you where you just
Well,
start.
not
Wall
only
likes
that,
being
like,
talked dirty too.
like no, not only that, like with
That's
the
why I say such mean things to
with
him.
the
He loves it.
with the guy who had the
He's an M.
no, with the guy who had the sitcom, like he totally perfectly brought out his emotions, like, oh yeah, I killed your sister, ha ha ha, and then like that put him
That
berserk.
doesn't seem too hard.
If someone killed my sister, I would probably get
Well,
pretty
no,
pissed
he
off too.
like he made it so like he just couldn't win anymore.
yeah,
and
he
then,
took it to the next
yeah.
level. The
And then
fact that
same
he
with
said,
So-chan, like when he fought him, he
Mhm.
basically put out like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
you
I'm going to do
wanted-
this and that with Chi-chan. And he's just like, I'm so angry right now.
"Don't you touch my girlfriend or my
Yeah.
dog ever
It's-
again."
and then especially with the ending where basically it was like they're being friends for like the last couple days while she still had her memory,
Mhm.
and then the ending was just like, hey, I'm just gonna recreate these memories. That was really nice. Like I really like how that actually ended.
Yeah, that was actually really sweet.
Yeah, like
Why not just feed her a win? You had like 3 coins.
Well,
Well,
no, because
no,
she didn't have coins
yeah,
anymore.
she won the game. She wasn't a selector anymore.
Yeah, when she defeated Satomi, when Suzu defeated Satomi, she got her 5th coin.
Oh, they were both at 4, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were both
Oh,
at
I
4.
thought they were both at 3.
No, she and Suzu was at 3, but then that when Suzu won, she was at 4, and then she got her 5th one after the last battle.
Mm-hmm.
No, it would have been nice to know like what the card ability was, like in like Yu-Gi-Oh or Vanguard. They
actually
they
know the game.
yeah they
to
actually
explain how
the
Pot of
game.
Greed allows us to draw 2 cards.
Like I would have wished I knew how to play the game, but maybe they explained it in the first 2 seasons. That's why they didn't explain it in the third. But
Still,
it's still
even
again
if
like
you explain the game, like the basic mechanics, normally people explain cards as well.
yeah, exactly. That would have been nice where they said like I activate Pot of Greed. It allows me to draw 2 cards.
Can we pick another card, guys?
No.
I'm so sick
No.
and tired of hearing that.
No,
Pot of
you
Greed
need to know
allows
what
me
Pot
draw
of Greed
2
does.
cards.
You need to know.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
But,
But Yu-Gi-Oh does that, and it allows players some insight into strategy of what's happening in the game. I mean, because there were moments where they did first season of Yu-Gi-Oh when he shot Catapult Turtle using Gaius at the moon. That's exactly when Suzu said, "I attack
The
the
ground.
ground."
Giant stone soldier attack the moon
attack
and
the
destroy
baby
the ocean so
ground.
Mako Tsunami can't summon any more monsters in this ocean.
Now I use Time Wizard.
Time.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. And now I use Time
Wait,
Wizard.
did you resume?
I just hit
Oh,
Mark.
you hit Mark. Okay, sorry.
Okay, now so we'll do this again.
Sorry.
And now I use Time Wizard.
Now you're a dark magician's old man. No, I transform into the dark sage.
Oh crap! So, yeah.
Oh boy, you sure are good at this.
It definitely got me interested in the card game where I might pick up the first 2 seasons. I'm debating on that, but
Wow.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna pick up a starter deck. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm
fight
like,
me.
that's like Japanese only, dude. You're going
yeah, no,
hardcore.
that's Japanese only. I'm not that into it. I don't want to get into another card game, but for me, I would actually give it 6 out of 10. I would bump it up to 7 out of 10 once I maybe watch the first 2 seasons and get more insight of what is this game,
Okay.
basically. But
WoW
no,
does that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, this is the worst anime I've ever seen. 5 out of 10. Okay. Yeah, I like this anime a lot. 6 out of 10.
Hey, it's his rating, man. We can't poop on it.
I can. Fun.
but I'm
Remember,
really
he likes
willing to
being
give.
talked
I'm
dirty to.
Yeah, I'm also willing to give it a 7 out of 10 if I get more
conditions are
context.
met.
But yeah, conditions are met. But it was a good anime. It was anime, like Julian said. Like you got
It was anime.
you got your story, you got your character development, and you got an ending. It wasn't like
Yeah, the loose ends weren't terrible like Star Driver.
It would. Oh.
or like Blood Voice. Like it doesn't just end. It just
Oh my
like
God,
there's
that
actually an
was so-
ending.
Please look forward to season 2. That's not
Or-
coming.
Yeah. Please
Yeah.
don't.
Watching.
10-cent, just drop it. But all right.
But yeah,
so,
no, I like it.
Okay. So we'll move on to the next part of our podcast. Again, sadly we haven't received any listener emails yet, so
We did get
Got
an
that
email
one
from
SoundCloud. You want to read that one?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty good on it. It's just a
Okay.
receipt of me paying for SoundCloud Pro so that we can continue to host.
Thanks,
these episodes.
SoundCloud Plo.
Why? Thank you. I'm paying them.
SoundCloud Plo.
SoundCloud. Well,
SoundCloud. Thanks, SoundCloud.
Cow.
Who cares about cow?
Yeah, we've been
Sa-
drifting off a lot on this
SoundCloud
podcast.
Pro should thank me for paying them for their service.
Yeah, that's why they gave you
Yeah,
the
we
email.
could just keep on making new accounts.
That's a life hack.
Anyway, what kind of question did we get, Sigurd?
So what questions we're going with this time? Here's a good one. Have I been cheating in a children's card game? I have an Archfiend deck, and I'm just wondering, have I been cheating? Use Red Dragon Archfiend and Mad Archfiend and Archfiend of Guilford with Pandemonium's effect. So have I been cheating, or it's technically obeying the rules? Julian, you're gonna have to help me out here because I really don't remember.
This is just like Wheatcross where they don't explain their cards.
Hi,
I have no clue what's going on.
you asked the wrong person. I know those are card
Oh,
fact.
you're an Archfiend user.
Yeah, so I actually made an Archfiend deck. So basically what it was, it's actually for there's a select group of monsters where in order for them to stay on the field,
Here
you have to
comes
pay
the poker talk again.
you have to pay a certain life point in order to keep them on the field. If you don't pay, they just die. But the field card Pandemonium keep them on the they don't die through their own effect.
Uh-huh.
But with like Red Dragon Archfiend and all those, they're not supposed to be part of that archetype, but they have it in their name.
They have Archfiend.
Yeah, but like they normally get destroyed by a certain effect but I think it should still count because it's in the name. It doesn't specify what Archfiend it is, so technically you're not cheating. I believe that's a way around the rule, but maybe talk to your local tournament host and see how they rule it.
Or Konami, you can tweet us at Daijou Crew.
Konami will not tweet anyone about anything. I joined their judge forums like 5 years ago or something,
Yeah.
and I posted a question regarding Elemental Hero Absolute Zero, and like 3 years later, it was just never answered.
Damn.
Yeah.
Thanks, Konami.
And like sometimes they would select certain questions to answer, but like no, there was it just kept on growing.
I feel like it go by like bumps. Like
Should've
No.
bumped it. Really?
no, this was a special forum for only judges, and like you couldn't like bump things either.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Never mind then.
It was weird.
But yeah, no, I think I know what you're talking about. I think it should apply. I don't think he's cheating. I think he is doing it right. But again, it's been a while since I played Yu-Gi-Oh! They might have changed the ruling on that.
All right,
No,
I can't
in
answer
Japan, it was always really weird. Like
that. Well, they have different rules, don't they? They can
they
use different
used to.
cards.
Now it's all the
I
same.
think it should be one because
After Upper Deck was found to be doing fraud stuff, like they said, no, we're taking this over. We're dropping you guys.
I see.
But yeah, and like in Japan, there was like these cards that like had that kind of name ruling, but in America they had like different names, and they weren't allowed. But to get over that, some cards had like special things, like what was that? The giant the axe of dread? I don't know.
Acts of Despair or something.
I think so. Like
It's like you pay 1,000.
yeah, it doesn't matter. But like there was like something that's like this. Okay, it wasn't actually despair, but it was like this card doesn't count as a despair card, like in the effect text. So if they didn't specify,
Yeah, again, it's like it's a loophole. You're not cheating. You just found a loophole.
Just like taxes. All right, next
whoa,
question.
and who paid taxes?
It's we cross similar to Yu-Gi-Oh, and which anime is darker?
Are we talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Zero or Yu-Gi-Oh!
It
Like
just says Yu-Gi-Oh.
I assume they're talking about like the main series, but from what I've seen when I see one episode of or the one season of Recross and like all the episodes I see with Yu-Gi-Oh, I think Recross is definitely darker.
I say that they are not similar, and that Yu-Gi-Oh is more of card game based, while Recross is more character based for the animes, and that Yu-Gi-Oh is the darker one.
All right, I say that We Cross is the darker one because it's a psychological thriller. Yu-Gi-Oh did the right thing with their series and actually sold people the idea of trying to play this card game. They made the card game itself look epic.
Did you ever finish GX?
GX?
Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh GX.
Actually,
Did you not see the Trail of Corpses that season had?
no.
Like, that series had
I
from
know
like season
some
3
people
on.
died. I know that some people died.
A lot.
A lot of people actually died.
A lot
Oh.
of people died.
Oh,
And then the Shadow Realm. That's an American thing.
yeah.
That Shadow Realm is just dead. In Japan, it's like you die. There was
Oh.
no Shadow Realm.
Wait, so when Yugi was fighting against the other Dark Magician user and the Saw Blades were coming at them, it was just to kill them?
It was just a saw blade.
I think it was legitimately saw blade.
Holy crap!
4 kids is super skillful at editing things sometimes.
Okay, I think you're using super skillful.
No,
wrong.
don't you remember when they put suckers on that one dude's spears in One Piece? And instead of getting stabbed, Luffy got sucked?
You got hit with a
yeah,
lollipop?
no, the Don King.
Yeah, Don Kriegs.
Don, yeah. Oh no, he's going to get hit by the poison suction cups.
Yeah,
I remember that.
see?
That was good.
No, those were saw blades.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And
They were
that dude
getting the
wasn't
leg cut
pointing
off.
at Kaiba either.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
mean,
Well,
yeah. No, okay. All
But yeah,
right.
lots of people died in GX.
Next question. How should I talk while playing cards? Most people just stick to casual small talk, but if you want to try to bluff, just lie to other players about your hand. Oh man, this hand stinks. I should really fold. You're not going to believe this hand I've got, etc. So, we talked about this a little earlier.
Oh no, you just triggered Wah. Oh no.
When, I know.
I'll let you guys talk, and then I'll give you the correct response.
I'm not talking specifically about poker, but I mean, like, we ran into a plethora of different, like, players in WeCross. Like, we had Satomi and Sumida, who literally, like, tried to berate and rule shark and
There was
incite
no rule
rage.
sharking.
Asamita got her Suzu to say turn end. Like.
He wasn't rule sharking. He was just tricking her. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, do this.
But
Oh,
like
okay, whatever.
personally, unless I know the opponent, I never really engage in too much like casual talk while playing the card game. I just play the game, say what effects do, ask if questions happen, and try not to reveal information, because just like in Pokemon and in card games, like information is really what you're just playing with. So I mean, before the match starts, I always give the like, hey, good luck, but deep down inside, you're not wishing them good luck, because if they have good luck, they'll beat you. So I don't know. I play friendly. I do usually give opponents at least one take back when they make a mistake. I know Julian just gave me a look. Even if it is a tournament, usually it's like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm like, okay, one step backwards. If it keeps happening, then I'll call judge, But like, yeah, I don't know. I try to keep it friendly. How about you, Wa?
Oh, okay. I thought.
Oh, yeah, no. Julian, go ahead.
No, did you want to say anything, Julian?
Yeah, Wa's going to teach us right.
Sure, I can say something. Stonewall him.
Stonewall?
Just be a brick. It's really hard to read bricks. I don't know if you ever tried. I've never gotten any information out of a brick.
All right.
Any.
You know what? You know what, guys?
I just ask for confirmation, like, I am playing this card. Does it get negated? No? Cool.
Response,
me.
basically, yeah.
You're Hana. Negation. Confirm.
You know what, guys? Those are the correct response. Yeah, no, because in any card game, you don't want to give out too information. You want to say, "Oh no, I have a bad hand." Wink, wink, or like, "Oh man, this hand is really good. You better just go away now." Like you're just giving your opponent information. Like, okay, this is how he bluff, or this is how he this is his tell basically. So it's not like in any card game. You just want to be that shut up, that give as little information, play the card, response, continue playing.
But I mean, there is sometimes an advantage for being the boisterous person in the room. Like I do have a friend named Hai who's pretty good at card games.
Hi, do lamb?
I don't think it's Haidu Lamb.
Oh darn! So he doesn't play for 5 Quest.
Some people are pretty good.
No,
like
he
they
does not. Yeah. Hai, he loves wrestling, and so he personifies. At the moment it was John Cena, but saying like, "Oh, you just like the SmackDown, blah. Now you're gonna make me use my strongest attack," and like.
That was good.
Witnessing that happen next to me, I'm like, oh man, I'm glad I am not playing Hai, because I don't know how I would handle that. And he's just coming at you with a lot of words, and you're just like, if you are the person that is quiet and just trying to play the game, you have a lot of personality coming at you, which can make you mess up.
That's why you gotta be a brick wall.
Yeah,
just think like, God, this dude is loud. Hurry up and end your turn so I can do my thing.
What about if it was your turn and he's still talking?
Judge.
Well, you can't call judge for the opponent talking at you.
Like always being loud and boisterous, like my strongest attack.
Yeah,
and the cream rises to the top.
There are people that are good at talking, like they are talk, but I feel like the best strategy is to give as little information as you can. They concentrate on what you're doing or what is happening. They don't really. Like,
if there's one skill my mom ever helped me to practice really good, it was ignoring people.
So, all right, next question. Which is a better way to settle a dispute, Mortal Kombat or a children's card game?
What kind of Mortal Kombat?
Real or video game?
Well, how is this combat spelled?
Like the video game with the K.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
Card game.
Card game?
Hands down card game.
Which card game?
Whichever one you have your hands on. Naruto CGG, Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh, WeCross if you have it.
He said a children's card game, so I'm going to go with Go Fish.
Go Fish?
Because that's what a children's card game is.
Could you imagine that? Julian, did you take my last piece of pizza? And yeah, did you?
What if I did?
Well, then you owe me another piece of pizza.
I didn't.
I think you did.
It's time to goldfish.
That's when you
Julian is king of games.
You haven't seen my secret technique. Lie. Coin bets on the cheat.
Do you
no,
have an ace?
Go fish.
Fuck. I
My
really
turn.
thought you did.
My turn. Do
There's
you
only
have an
3
ace?
Yes.
Ha! Thank you.
Son of a bitch.
We
I
have
call
a
for judge.
winner.
There's no judge for Go Fish. You're to the Shadow Realm.
What do you think, Wa?
I would say Mortal Kombat because you can get a good quick section of Mortal Kombat. Quick? Card game magic take a while to like settle, so might as well settle that argument quick with Mortal Kombat.
game for Go Fish,
Go Fish takes so long.
it's just about skill and luck.
It
you
still
know,
takes so long.
every-
You gotta finish the deck.
Everyone is
also about
even
cheating.
in Go Fish.
That's also about cheating.
No, it's not. You shouldn't be cheating.
Oh damn!
You shouldn't be cheating.
I thought I was playing the game right.
Yeah, if you get caught, that dispute is won by the person who caught you.
What? There's rules now?
Yes.
Also, it shouldn't be settled by luck. It should be settled by skill. Like you know,
Oh my
like
God, it's different.
what was it?
That's not fair because then the most skillful will always be right.
Yeah, well, trial by
Might,
combat was really popular.
rules,
Like whoever's
everything.
strong, you get to win. Like,
by
oh, you murder people? I do trial by combat. Oh, cool, I won. I get acquitted by my crime.
Right, well, the way that I go on this is that, gentlemen used to duel. And you can't duel in Mortal Kombat, so I'm
Yes, you
going to also
can.
say children's card games.
You can
No,
totally do
wow.
it.
That's
Uh,
a match.
I am with your stance. I am against your reason.
All right, next question. Let's go over here. Actually, that's where I was last time. All right, do you think like a card player or a chess player? And what's the difference?
So
I don't play chess, so I'm gonna have to default to card.
You've never played chess?
I have played chess, but I am not a chess player.
So, I'll say this. I guess the difference is with chess, all the pieces are in front of you. Like, you don't have any trap card. You don't have any like. It's not luck where you like, oh, I have to draw my queen in order to win. No, I have my queen. It's just I gotta move her over there. While with card game, it's you have a deck and it's randomized where you just gotta draw into what you need. So it's a little. So there is a difference.
Well put.
I kind of put for. I guess I kind of think as a card player because I am more of a card player than a chess player. It's just like whatever is in my hand or whatever the situation is right now, I'll play like that. It's not. I can think 3 or 4 moves ahead in a card game if I don't have the requirements, basically.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with the both of you guys. I also think more like a card player. I'm not saying I'm a chess master or anything, but I have played chess before. But the way that I see it in card games, the preparation, how you built your deck is kind of more of what dictates how you play. And then the randomization kind of hitting you like in life, different things will come at you and you might not have all the tools that you usually have in order to answer a situation.
You just got to play out your hand.
Yeah, and you just adapt to it. Rather in chess, you have all the pieces that you always have and are reacting to situations with your, set amount of tools. Also, like with card games, you do have a flowchart of what you would like to happen, as in Chinatsu, right? Oh, okay, thank God. I was so afraid. Chinatsu, getting her opponents to feel comfortable into attacking while she laid down her end of heart and
That's
then
what they
executing
call
her
an
flowchart.
autopilot deck.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
no, if you have an autopilot deck, and yeah, that's totally how it works. But I mean, sometimes you get bad draws and you just lose.
Yeah, and in chess instead, there are set amount of plays because like the game has been mastered by so many people. You can do an Italian Open or, there's like.
Oh, you're getting really technical with.
I'm just saying that there's set moves that people kind of do, and that's why people can think about 9 steps ahead. So yeah, I think like a card player.
Yeah, cards are the best.
Yeah, all the 3 card player in this room think like card player, not chess.
I know, right? We all play card games.
To be honest, I don't really think.
All right. That's what Chinatsu also did because the opponent was able to predict. So she goes, I'm just going to play the game. So I guess that works.
It
All right.
does. I've not died yet.
Next question. I need 3 supporting ideas for my essay on friendship. My thesis statement is friendship makes our lives more eventful. How about we each take 1 point that you can actually write an essay on, because that's a terrible thesis statement.
Someone's gonna fail college.
I mean,
Wow.
I don't know if it's a high school student or if it's a college student. It could be a fourth grader for all I know.
I feel like high school student would call it essays, not thesis.
Yeah. But all right, I'll toss in the first one. Friendship makes lives more eventful because when you add more people, more variation is available.
Ah, you created a math problem around it. That's
yeah,
nice.
I guess.
Cool.
All right, how about you, Wa?
Friendship make things more eventful because you have. I don't know. This is a horrible thesis. You just have more people to do stuff with. You have more possibilities. Like
You
there was a
just took
time
my
where like
answer.
there was a time where the house was like all to myself and I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. But when when people are there, it's like, hey, cool, let's do stuff.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll answer for Wa since he just took my answer.
Basically,
Life can be more eventful with friendship because friends can hurt you. Just like Chinatsu said that the light comes with shadow.
I'm not making you write my essay. You're making me sound like a horrible person.
Yeah, it's true, man. You know.
Friends can hurt you. They can definitely hurt you.
No, man. Friends are there to help you when you're flying low and you're giving a show. Friends are there to help you. I don't remember the
And
song.
that was a musical minute with Julian.
Musical 3 seconds.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Julian.
your minutes are very short.
Yeah.
So they're there to help you when you're. All right, this is a bad question. We'll just move on to the next one.
Well, no, man. The friendship makes life interesting because of broken bonds. So when you form a bond, it stores up energy. But when you release the bond, it gives out a huge amount of energy, and it's like the birth of a galaxy. And so, so when your ATP reaches levels far and above what you should normally have, you too can become the Hokage of WeCross.
Good. Yeah.
All right, then.
So there you go, guy. You can use WeCross in your essay.
Sorry we failed you.
If you could cheat
You
at a
failed
card,
yourself for having to ask.
we'll go with two more. If you could cheat at a card game, what power would you choose?
Wait. So we could.
If you had the ability to coin battle, what kind of power would you choose?
Oh,
I mean, we've also seen in
How
Yu-Gi-Oh!
dirty do you want me to go?
What power would you choose?
I would delete all the cards from your deck.
Damn.
yeah. I think Joker is clearly the strongest one, where you can manipulate your card and their card to be whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it only gets like one shot. I'd just get rid of your deck. I'll just throw it in the trash or whatever. I don't know. If you want me to cheat, I'm gonna cheat harder.
Oh wait, are we actually limited to WeCross, or was it like whatever
I just think
ability?
if you could cheat at card games, what would you do?
I would make all my opponents' moves for them.
For Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll be like the Exodia guy, where I have like 3 sets of Exodia, and I have like X-ray contact lenses.
To see where your cards are.
Yeah, to
and
see
then
where the
use Pot
Exodia
of
piece
Greed,
is.
which
Yeah.
allows you to draw 2 cards.
Yeah, have 6 sets of Pot of Greed, because then I can draw like 12 cards because
Wow,
it's
that's
2
pretty
cards
good.
each.
I see.
The 6 pot of grades might be even better than my ideas.
All right. I mean, I was just gonna say if you could like constantly dark hole, but that's kind of like Julian's.
It's weak, dude.
So
they can
I'll
still
say-
do things to you.
So I'll say that I would use the ability to be able to go grab whatever card I want from
And
any
throw it into the
place.
ocean.
I mean, I could, but what my ability would allow me to do then is if I needed, I don't know, like Blackluster Soldier, but I'm running a Blue Eyes deck, but I don't have Blackluster Soldier. If my friend right next to me named Chinatsu has it, I could just say, "Hey, Chinatsu, let
Say,
me
dude,
use
take it.
yeah, let me use your card."
You know, there
That
was,
way, if you delete it and threw away my deck, Julian, I just get a whole new deck.
there was a feature in the PSP Yu-Gi-Oh games.
Yeah.
It was called Destiny Draw,
Yeah.
and it's
Oh.
when you were getting dicked on really hard.
Yeah.
Before the match, you could choose one of your cards as your Destiny Draw,
I remember
and
that.
you could say like Destiny Draw, and you would draw that card. I
Nice.
think that's actually a
Wait,
really...
you had to say it out loud?
No. You,
It was like
you chose
activate
the
it.
option. Like you could either draw normal or Destiny Draw.
Nice.
Yeah, like it was fun because like the music would change and get all serious, and like if you did it, like it would show your character, like pull out the card, and like there was a whole. It was.
It was
good.
a pretty good game. I remember that feature. That was really cool.
I think it was called Tag Force.
Tag Force 2, Tag Force 3.
Yeah,
I think we played every
Destiny
single one.
does. Yeah, they kept on updating the card library. That's what I needed.
All right. So last one, and this one's
Last
very
one.
specific
Oh,
to
no.
Owixus. All right.
We cross.
We cross.
Wish across.
Wish across a star. All right. Why did Riru not attack when Suzu ordered her? Like in the entire series, we had it so that if the selector orders to attack, the backwards girl has to attack, as shown by Berserk. Fairly sure this was also the case in the selector. So why not here?
I'm going to answer your question with another question. How did that construction worker interrupt that duel in the frozen time?
Yeah, no, I think the answer here is that it's a non-answer. This anime does not follow its own rules.
It's plot devices. They don't want her to lose. So
I don't need to sacrifice 2 monsters for this 9-star monster.
Nope, I do not.
Like she's
I
main
hope
character.
Yu-Gi-Oh is the right thing to hit home with our audience.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
we're
I
talking
think it's just if you think of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh was the next popular anime for that spot. I mean, I don't think anyone's watching. I can't even think of another popular card game anime.
The
Vanguard.
best popular card game
Vanguard?
anime was
Vanguard
Naruto.
was slightly popular.
For those of you who don't know,
Don't laugh.
the card game that we had met each other all through was one of the best card games that I think I've ever played.
The best.
It was clearly the best. There was none other better than that.
The Naruto's TCG game, CCG, was probably one of the most thought out, designed card games and how the game was played. Towards the end of its life cycle, they did start making cards that were way too busted. I think
It was too
cards
busted,
that
and
were
also they kept
worthless.
chasing the format and like mechanic kind of thing.
Yeah, they
so-
killed it, but that's another thing. The game itself,
Yeah, very nice. So,
what was the question?
why? I mean, we answered it. Why
Okay,
didn't
cool. I'm glad.
why didn't Riru attack?
Main
It's
character.
'cause-
That's why.
yeah,
Oh.
main character, plot device. She didn't have to.
Why
listen
didn't
to
Kira
something.
die when him and Atherin exploded their Gundams?
Why didn't Suzu have to fight Mikage when people challenged her so many times? So yeah, same thing. All right. I'm sorry that this one has run a little long when we had been on a good run
Sure.
of shorter episodes.
Shut up! You know you love it. You're here. You're still here. You know you love it.
And I love you for being able to listen to us this long, guys. No, seriously, thank you for staying with us.
Unless
This
you're
was
just
a
tuning
very
in
convoluted
for whatever
anime.
reason.
You know, if this is your first time listening, guess what? Still love you. So
Yeah, if this is your first time, send in an email, please,
yeah,
to daijocrew@gmail.com.
we want to answer your guys' questions,
Yeah.
and it can be about anything.
I'm tired of these
Or if you guys
anons.
still want us to answer Yahoo question, that's still fun too.
Well, I mean, we still will. We'll mix it in, but
As long as we don't have emails.
Then we'll have a game of is this a listener email or a Yahoo email?
yeah. All right. So, last part of our show, recommendations. So, I think I'll kick off first this time. Because of the fact that this was a psychological anime, that's what I was paying attention to more than the collectible card game aspect. One anime that I didn't necessarily enjoy while watching it, but it never really like left me either, was an anime. Maybe I think it aired in 2012 or so, but it was called Kokoro Connect.
Oh wow,
which,
really?
yeah, like there was like a group of friends. They were all in middle school or whatever, and this entity that came out of nowhere decided to mess with their lives. The first one that they were doing was body switching, which was interesting because they were switching places with each other's bodies and going into like figuring out how to personally solve each other's issues. After they defeated that issue, they thought that they were rid of this problem. And then the second half, they run into another problem that they had to overcome. I won't spoil it too much on what those problems were or anything like that. But Kokoro Connect, though, I think when you watch psychological anime, you can't help but feel the despair. And that can be a turnoff for some. But if you're into somewhat of a psychological thriller, I think try giving Kokoro Connect a try.
It was good. I also watched that one. That was one of the good ones.
Okay, now that he's taken that from you, what would you recommend? Walt?
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, you're
Thanks for
welcome.
stealing my answer. Air quotes.
Yeah, it's like I like your quotation marks, but
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. How about you, Walt? We'll let you go next.
Like in terms of card game, I think Yu-Gi-Oh will always reign supreme because it's one I grew up with and it's one of the better card games.
So is that what you're recommending?
Yeah, I'll recommend Yu-Gi-Oh. It's
All of Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah, you have to watch season 1 through. I guess you could probably stop
Yeah,
at
so
5D.
you still follow Yu-Gi-Oh, huh? You still watching all of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I didn't realize there was like 2 more seasons
Sorry,
after
do you-
5D.
Are those balls? You see those balls?
What? Where?
The ones, the
On
ones
what?
Wall is exposing.
If
Yeah, they're very
if you
prominent.
feel like card game, watch Yu-Gi-Oh. That's a good one. Vanguard is alright, but I prefer Yu-Gi-Oh over Vanguard.
Okay. You hear that, listeners? Watch all of Yu-Gi-Oh.
All of it. Even I haven't done it.
That's like a decade.
Do something I could have.
Well, while I was going to suggest Yu-Gi-Oh! GX,
Mm-hmm.
Wa seems to have taken the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! category.
Yeah, the entire.
So instead, I'm going to go with the thing that I made the most comparisons with this anime,
Uh-huh.
Naruto.
Oh my
Naruto
God,
Shippuden,
you
to be
guys.
specific.
I'm dead. I'm dead. You can't recommend the big 3 ongoing series.
Oh yes, you can.
Naruto's forever. It just finished.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Boruto's a different series.
No, it isn't.
That's like saying Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are different.
Technically, no, they're not. Jesus
not.
Christ! All right, I'm sorry,
So,
guys.
Yeah, I would recommend Naruto Shippuden.
I'm pretty sure most people are already watching, but
Oh, I did watch it.
Or maybe they're like, huh, Naruto's for Narutards.
Watch something
Maybe
good like Bleach.
My voice of... Hey, you need to calm down with the Bleach, okay? Let's not talk about
you know,
Bleach.
why don't I just recommend One Piece? That's a great anime too.
Well, why
guys.
would you recommend it?
Because there's so much adventure and personal growth between the characters, especially during that time.
You're
skip
not
part.
wrong, you know.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying
No, I'm saying there's a
dummy
lot
long.
of parallels between Naruto and Sasuke and Chinatsu and Suzuko. Okay? This is very similar. This is very similar. You cannot deny me this.
I cannot. We made a lot
Naruto
of-
is just even more longer drawn out and a bit more convoluted. And it
And-
also has a stronger supporting cast.
I think you have over like 300 fillers too.
A lot.
Yeah. How about those fillers, Julian? Should they watch those too?
Why not?
If you're gonna watch Naruto, you gotta watch.
I mean, if
all
you're
of
watching
Naruto.
anime, you probably would enjoy fillers, to be honest.
I hated the fillers.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's what happened to Rurouni Kenshin. Why it didn't go down as one of the.
Why you had to
best
bring
things
up that?
ever. I'm just saying that's what killed Rurouni Kenshin.
No.
You can't argue me.
Rurouni Kenshin went on. It finished. It did its thing.
Yeah,
The-
so
the
did
anime
Naruto.
didn't.
But the popularity of it. Yeah, I was gonna say the anime didn't. The popularity
Well,
of
you
it
know.
dwindled greatly.
Let's take a look at Inuyasha. That came back. Please look forward to it. Rurouni Kenshin season 2.
Okay, all right, guys. I think that we've hit maximum climax of here.
From start to finish, I'm always at a climax.
Thanks.
Oh, you don't remember that one?
No, I don't.
Oh, come on.
Kamen Rider?
Yeah!
Yeah, but which one? That's my problem.
Deno!
Oh, okay. it's
Kenshin!
yeah, it's Kenshin.
The person who played Kenshin in the
It's-
live-action
yeah,
movie.
Okay, I got it.
My
I still
strength
need to
will
watch
make you
this.
cry.
My strength will make you cry.
And let me reel you in.
Oh my god. We never got to see the last two because we stopped.
You kind of moved out.
Yeah, I did.
Oops.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
I
I'm
guess
pretty
I'll
sure-
thank you. Baka listeners.
So, from the Daijo crew,
Thanks for having so much free time.
this is us signing off. I've been your host, Sigurd Raudis.
You're the host?
Yeah, I'm the host.
Oh, that's cool. I'm the conqueror of centuries and Julian.
I guess I'm so Yamiwa.
And we'll see you next time.
Whew, that was a doozy. When the crew handed me an episode called Lostorage, I thought it was going to be an anime about people mad at the ending to ABC's Lost. If you want to get in touch with the Daijo Crew, you should email them at daijocrew@gmail.com or like them on Facebook at facebook.com/Daijo Crew. You can also follow them on Twitter at Daijo Crew, and if you don't know how to spell Daijo Crew by now, it's DAIJOU and then Crew, CREW. This podcast is finally on iTunes, so if you like what you hear, go into your podcast app and leave us a rating and review. If you don't like what you hear, keep it to yourself. We get pretty busy sometimes, and you wouldn't want to bother us. Reviews are so much work. Until next time.